Is live. Hello and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're gonna we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. Today our players are Nobilis playing Ririn,
Hello.
Lee playing Kathuki,
Hello.
Tim playing Erevan,
Hello.
and James playing Vera Dusk.
Hi.
All right, so today we're playing Dead in Thay. We're continuing our adventures through the Doom Vault. If you haven't seen one of these episodes before, it's a big mega dungeon. It's all a little silly. You don't need to worry about it too much. Continuity is for other campaigns. But for the sake of the people who were in this adventure previously or new to it now, here's basically the deal. There's a great big mega dungeon somewhere in the world, and a red wizard is mad at the other red wizards who run this mega dungeon, and basically steals people magically from the land and sends them into this mega dungeon to basically figure out what are they doing in there, try to scout it all out, try to figure out what's going on, and just report back intelligence. And so people get dropped in and out pretty much randomly. And those of you who had previously been in this dungeon on these adventures had last been exploring the abyssal prisons, and you found a fighting pit and vampires and all that sort of thing, and you saved a bunch of commoners who were being exploited for fighting, and a vampire
Yay!
named Isam, who seemed to enjoy watching the fighting, but as soon as you guys showed up, was really not interested in fighting you. And in fact, he explained he's really only here because a curse prevents him from leaving. He doesn't especially have any loyalty to the people who run the place, and so he actually gave you a little bit of intelligence about the place. And in exchange for allowing him to bite Kathuki, he gave you the attunement of one of his glyph keys. The glyph keys allow you to pass through the black and white gates within this dungeon. You also met a knight who was fighting in the fighting pit and interested in rescuing the commoners, and with your help she was able to evacuate all the commoners, and that's kind of where things were left last time. But now you, Kathuki, and you, Ririn, find yourself dropped into this place. Ririn, you had been in this dungeon with Kathuki before, but you're now in a totally different location. And you find yourself dropped back in, and the two of you also now see a young high elf, or I presume young. James, what do they see?
High elf, dressed kind of, definitely an adventuring type with a rapier and a hand crossbow, but the armor has been put together in such a way that it's very ornate, almost to the level of being gaudy.
So, as this wizard that has kidnapped you all, dropped you all back into this place, technically speaking, you are dumped back in through this black gate, so I'll just move you over to there for now. So you have been brought back in, sent back to the abyssal prisons where you had last been exploring. And as you're all standing there, Isam the vampire, you don't know he's a vampire. He's just kind of a very well-dressed guy, totally doing a vampire thing, even if you don't know explicitly that that's the case. But he basically looks over to you guys as you appear through the black gate and says, "You, I know," points to Kathuki. Very tasty, as I recall. Are these other two with you?
I don't know. the High Elf, but I do know her, so I'm going to guess yes. Or do know him, so I'm going to guess yes.
All right, well, same deal applies from last time. I will stay out of your way as long as you stay out of my room.
Okay.
We'll be on our way then.
All right.
So that white gate up at the north end there, is that the intended
Yeah.
Yep.
next
So, just to refresh your memories about this room overall, there are two white gates. One that you came through when you entered this room in the first place. There's the black gate that you're just near now in this own little room. There's one room, these stairs to the south here, that you've not been inside, specifically because Isam has requested that you not go in that direction. And then that's pretty much all the rest is to this room. And so, but now that you passed through that first white gate with the key that was attuned to the previous zone. This is the first zone you've been in the Abyssal Prisons, and so you did need the attunement to the Abyssal Prisons to pass through, but now you have it, so presumably that is where you would go. Up to you guys, though.
I will copy the attunement to my key. We'll have to get another key for our new stranger.
Oh, hi. So you're planning on getting out of here, right?
Oh, that's getting out is not the problem.
Really?
Usually after about a day or so, we teleport out again. The problem is finishing the job so we stop getting plunked back in.
Yeah. This is getting really annoying. She always picks me up before I can have breakfast.
It's a little like Groundhog Day.
What, you mean like sausages? Oh, not that kind of groundhog?
No, that would actually be tasty.
So Ririn is peering at their map of the Doom Vault that was so pleasantly provided.
Oh, that reminds me. Let me give you that too, Vera. You guys have. Oh, well, I guess you might have it already, but check your journal. You should have a handout called Doom Vault Player Map.
Where is Tim's character?
Oh,
I see me in the map
okay.
here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I need to put you on there then. No, you were there.
Yeah.
No, or is it Nobilis' character that's
Ririn,
missing?
that's
Ririn's
who is
missing.
Yes. I don't know why somehow I am unable to count, but here you are now.
Okay. And
It's
then all I need
Saturday.
is to be able to... Okay,
Yeah,
there we
yeah.
go. Yep, it's fine now. Okay.
So after a day, we'll all just kind of leave then?
Yep, these black gates, you can pop in and out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's very easy.
Yeah, when you were first brought to the gatehouse, Vera, the wizardess that was there basically explained that if you go back to the gatehouse, there's a door to the outside, and it is nowhere near where you were plucked from. So you can either just make your way wherever the hell that is, or you can explore the dungeon for a while, and then she'll teleport you back to where she got you.
Right.
all right.
Yeah,
And
but
we
now
found
that she's got
some
you,
good stuff along the way, so it's not like it hasn't been without profit.
Profit's good.
Isam is just kind of standing there going like, all right,
So
all
so
this
let's head
talk
for
of
that.
getting to leave is really fun.
So let's head over to that white gate. And as we're going, I'm going to express a bit of disquiet with the map that we have, because there does not seem to be any connection between the rooms we're headed for and the rest of the abyssal prisons.
okay. Kateki's going to go back over to the Black Gate and say, well, I've got it attuned now. So if you want to pop back over and visit the Red Sorceress that sent us here.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
No, I meant the vampire. Because he said it might be nice to be able to leave, but so, hey, I will facilitate that.
The reason I can't leave is because of an ancient curse, not the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, thanks. I love having to explain that again.
Hey, I'm a bird.
Okay.
I'm the one who looked at the Kraken after being specifically told not to.
So all I'm saying is we should keep our eye out for like secret doors and stuff.
So this is the kind of place with secret doors, then?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The vampire nods too.
I always need to ask this. What kind of person builds a place like this?
Nutball, egomaniac wizards. It's universal.
See,
Architects on acid.
good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. The specifically, hang on, let me there's lists of lore. And I shared a couple of those with you when Ism was cooperating. But let's see. And just as a reminder, one of the bits that you had been told was that in the abyssal prisons, there's a maze of undoing. And it has no easy exits, but fiends that can climb are said to have somehow escaped. And, yeah.
Yep.
But that's what you were told last time.
Right.
All right, so you're heading up for that white gate then?
Yep.
Okay. So let me keep... I have too many screens open. All right, so you guys head up for that white gate, and Vera, as you approach that little corridor there, the white circle that's indicated on the map here, what you actually see there is a column of white light that completely obstructs the hallway, and it's very similar to the column of black that you passed through from the gatehouse. But what you see here is that as Ririn approaches and holds out this little key, pressing it into the column dissipates and you can see through into the room beyond.
That's handy.
And so, as you look through that little hall, the wood-paneled walls of this long hall are scorched. Cracks in the panels reveal bare stone. 3 mystic circles have been scribed in the floor, each edged with rough runes. Rough runes is such a weird turn of phrase. Like, what? That's just... Anyway. They did not write it to be read aloud, oddly. All right, and then you do see on the other side that there is a set of double doors in the middle of this room on the far side. And then as you pass through the white gate and remove the glyph key that had been holding it open, the column of white light returns.
No going back now, I guess.
Oh, we can go back as long as we got one of these keys.
Good to know. So, do any of you know anything about rough runed circles?
I just do magic. I don't know it.
Great.
Yep.
So if one of you would like to try to see if you can recognize anything about the magic, you could do so.
Sure, I will take a +0 Arcana check.
No, it is. I mean, there's fancy looking runes written around all three of these circles, but you have no idea what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing the only runes I recognize are the kind from Tolkien. Fortunately, I don't think these say the same thing.
What about a perception check? Would that?
Well, I mean, there's runes right there.
Yeah. Right.
I don't much feel like stepping inside those
or spiritual significance.
Yeah. As you guys are discussing that, the middle circle suddenly glows white, and I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh!
Ooh.
Is that?
All right. Let's see. So, that looks like, if I can count right, 4 is correct. Yeah, okay. So, Kathuki and... dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Kathuki and Vera, you are able to recognize that there is a steel orb embedded like in a recess in the ceiling, and you suddenly see it flashing, and electrical discharge shoots out of it, and you are able to jump out of the way, but Ririn and Erevan take 5 lightning damage as electrical bolts of energy shoot out of this orb at them. 5 lightning damage.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
And I also need to roll for Wild Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. No search this time.
All right. So the James, I saw you did an Arcana roll earlier. I didn't really look carefully at your sheet. Does your character have like any Arcana knowledge?
Not particularly. I just decided to roll the skill.
Okay. Yeah, I think that without specific knowledge, you wouldn't you wouldn't be able to recognize anything further from these. But yeah, so that's the lightning shot out. So we got a casting of Mage Armor. Anything else?
You're gonna have to be a little quicker on your feet, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna move toward those doors on the far side of the room.
Okay.
Is there any way to disable those things up there?
That's a good question. The bottom circle glows white, and I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so these are on a timer.
Gee.
Ah!
Okay, so if you rolled, basically what you need to roll here is just 10. So if you're above 10, it's a success. If you're below 10, it's a fail. And if you failed, you're going to take another 10 lightning damage.
Look, why don't we just try to move through this room rather quickly? Because it's apparent that some of you just are a little more clumsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get those doors open.
They are locked.
All right,
There is a
I will pull out my thieves' tools and try to pick the lock.
Okay.
Ah!
This lock is tougher than you expected.
Do we have a key? Or was that with somebody else?
All right, fuck you. I cast knock.
Okay, well, an extremely loud, resonant noise echoes through the room, and the doors fly open. All right, and then you hear the builders of the dungeon. Somehow you sense that wherever they may reside, they think that like, well, was the language really necessary? I mean, you didn't. It's just a locked door. It's a very ordinary thing. So you have knocked open the room there and the doors, and are you hurrying through?
Yes.
Everyone hurrying through? Because the top circle is lighting, so unless you're hurrying into the room, you're going to need to make another saving throw.
Oh, fine.
All right. So you have hurried through, and you sense that the lightning has discharged again behind you, but you are safe in this new hallway. So you smell incense as soon as the door opens, and this chamber is the air is sort of hot and sort of smoky with incense, and the walls are covered with silk tapestries, green, yellow, and purple. The floors are spread out with cushions, and you see that there are 2 sets of sliding double wooden doors set in the walls of this room. And sitting on some of these cushions here, you see a woman, a beautiful woman sitting in there, surrounded by 4 warriors who are sort of in various armor. And they all immediately turn to look at you, having just made a really loud noise and slammed their doors open. And so she looks like this beautiful woman, and she just looks to you and just says, help me!
Do the warriors look like they're doing anything, or?
No, they're just here to, guard me, is all. If you don't attack them, they won't attack you, but, I could, do with some assistance.
What do you want assistance with? Generally speaking, it's good to be clear about this kind of thing.
Yeah, fair. I want to get out of here.
Okay, and I take it if you try to leave, they'll stop you.
Yeah, good guess.
Okay, well, how are the warriors reacting to all this?
They are really not even. They're barely acknowledging your presence. Like, they turned to look at the door, but as soon as you guys didn't immediately look threatening, they're mostly just watching her again.
I'd like to try to use panache on one of the warriors.
Okay, what does that do?
I can make a persuasion check against their insight check. If they fail, they become friendly to me for 1 minute.
Is it like charmed, or is it like just a sort of a charisma?
Charmed.
Okay. What you find is as you start to initiate sort of this magical effect that you are familiar with using, you find that it just does not take hold at all.
So Vera essentially walks towards one of the guards and says, "Hey, can we just talk for a minute?" And when the guard kind of stony faces her, she looks back to the party and says, "I don't know, can we just talk for a minute? Has always worked before."
This woman just says, "Yeah, they're not chatty. Hi, I'm I'm Pencheska, and all of you are."
Suspicious.
I'm Vera. Nice to meet you, Pencheska.
Vera Van at your service.
What are you guys doing here?
Just looking around.
Tourists.
Exploring.
Yeah, that sounds right. What are you guys talking about? Nobody's tourist here.
Except us.
We're adventurers. This is an evil dungeon. This is what we do.
Well, see, that sounds more plausible.
Places like this attract people like us like flies.
Yeah, so, like, do you guys have a plan or anything? Or, like...
Plans are for
Yeah, no.
All right. Do you guys even know anything about where you are? Like, do you have, like, are you... Okay, here's where you're going to convince me that you guys are not useless.
Uh-huh.
Well, to be fair, I've only met these people, so I don't know if they're useless or not.
Well, let's put it this way. There's a gate back there that can take you back to civilization, or something that's more like civilization than this is. With someone with the right key, and a couple of us have got the right key. So, yeah, getting you out of here is not a huge issue. And in fact, the only thing that's actually dangerous between here and the gate is the
vampire.
The vampire is less likely to hurt you than the magic circles out in the next room. Speaking of which, do you know anything about those magic circles out there?
So the answer is that you guys don't know anything, right? I mean, look, if it was as simple as just walking through the black gate, I wouldn't still be here. Let me guess. Did you guys find this place? Did you find the outside entrance of this dungeon just wandering around a swamp? Or were you brought here magically? Against your will?
More of the latter.
I would go with B there.
Yeah, right? Uh-huh. So, just going through the black gate's not going to get it done, unfortunately. Specifically, there is a guy by the name of Tarul Var who is going to bring me back if I try to leave. So that's what I need help with.
Okay. Well then, we've done that before, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was a dragon turtle that we met who wanted to be released from his imprisonment, and we helped him with that, and killed the hag that was tormenting him, and he was pretty pleased with that. Let's see, what was the other one? There was another one we did.
So, incidentally, while you're in this room, even though, like, the furnishings are very nice and everything, and you do smell the incense, the room is very hot. Something is making the air very hot in here, uncomfortably so. Those of you who, sweat are finding your foreheads beating up with sweat, and I think Kathuki probably you're going to have to keep ruffling your feathers. It's uncomfortably warm in this room.
Okay.
So how do we find this person who's the one who's responsible for your imprisonment?
Well, let me see. How would you find? Let's see. Well, I can give you some directions, and if you are willing to help me out and take this guy out, I might even be willing to share with some of the stuff that would help you adventuring sort out. You guys are probably you want to find all the secrets, right? I know a few.
Right, yeah.
I know a few. Are you gonna help me out here? Is this the plan?
Yeah, I think we can.
That can be the plan.
With that, yeah.
Okay, so this guy Tarul Var is a red wizard. Pretty sure he's dead except for walking around. And he knows a lot of magic. He has the key to that door that you just kicked open or whatever that was that you did. But he is normally able to get around. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look to see where he is actually.
Seems like a good time for a commercial.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. Sorry, it's funny how this big old mega dungeon has a lot of confusing stuff in it.
Better or worse than Strahd's Castle?
Not sure. Probably it's the simpler thing about it is that it is in more discrete areas. So let's see, scrolling around on stuff that you guys don't get to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what she says is that there is a hidden door that is in the far wall. And she points kind of to the wall opposite the wall that you guys came in. And she said, basically, it's through there. You're just going to... There's not a lot of branches, but if you don't go through the white gate that the first white gate you're going to find, don't go through there. He's in this zone. But otherwise, just follow the hallway and you'll get there. But, he does have, buddies.
No, we've dealt with that sort before.
What sort of buddies?
The kind that an undead red wizard might have. More undead things.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Pretty sure he's got some demons, too. He's always changing it up. He gets bored.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go see if we can find our way through that secret door.
You're also, and you guys, I think, as you get into the room there, let's see. Okay. She says, so what you're going to find immediately on the other side of that door is a fire elemental, which is kind of why, I don't go that way. So, just saying.
So, any of you particularly good against what she said? My confidence is growing by the minute.
And, Pencheska just kind of says, yeah, me too, although I guess I don't really have anything to lose at this point. I'm not coming with you, by the way.
Right.
No, wouldn't expect you to.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally understand. All right.
So
are there any other secret exits that we might need to go that we might be able to go through? That would take us to the same place and we could avoid the fire elemental.
No, not to go that way. I mean, there is another door in this room, but it goes to the Chaos Rift.
Okay.
And then that if you go through there would take you out of this zone.
Let's not do that.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I think this is a good direction to go.
Okay. Fire elemental it is.
All right. Yeah, so she shows you how to open the secret door.
Okay, excellent. People tougher than me, you go first.
All right. So let me, I can, takes a little bit to do this, but I can reveal where the secret door is here. And she shows you the other one as well. All right, and then so through that secret door, a blast of heat escapes as the door opens. A howling creature of flame roils at the center of a soot-streaked stone chamber whose walls are lined with glowing runes. And as you peek in, this flaming creature howls at you and
All right, does anybody speak elemental? Yes? No?
Specifically, primordial is,
Primordial.
or Ignan specifically is the dialect. But that is definitely the language it speaks. No one?
Actually, I do speak primordial.
Oh, look at that!
Hey!
Yeah, you determine now, since you can actually understand its words, that it's kind of actually incoherent. It's kind of just babbling. But the gist of it is, I want to go home. Why are you people holding me here? I am furious about this present situation. It is unacceptable to me.
I'm getting the impression there isn't anybody in this dungeon who actually wants to be here.
Yeah, even us.
Yeah.
Funny how dungeons work, huh?
Yeah, not very welcoming.
Okay.
But yes, you guys discover, though, just even having opened the door, it is so hot in there. You know, you are not even going to be able to move into that room without taking at least a little bit of damage. It's that hot.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, what you see in the room, other than just, soot on the floor, is the various glowing runes on the walls.
Yeah, I got nothing to protect us from that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I've got protection from energy, but I'm not sure what that does. Let me read up on it.
That's actually
it's just one creature out of the four of us.
Well, each time you cast it, it's a concentration spell.
Yeah. Do you say anything back to the fire elemental?
Considering that charisma is not my best stat.
Considering that no one else can talk to it at all, I'm not sure what you want. But hey, up to you. You guys handle this as you see fit.
All right, so the elemental is really, really pissed to be trapped in there.
Yeah.
Ask if it knows how it can be released.
Okay. I transfer the question, or translate the question.
It says, I can't leave because of the magic walls.
Magic walls.
Okay. Yeah, there's all those inscriptions all over the walls. And so...
And the inscriptions are runes? Can anybody tell what language?
Carved in the walls, is it?
Anyone who likes can make an Arcana check. But again, it's kind of like, I think... If you have proficiency in Arcana, which I don't think any of you actually do. So basically, even a high roll is going to be sort of what layman's knowledge you might be able to glean.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I can think of would be to try to just deface those runes.
Yeah. If we can get, I'll ask it. If we can deface the runes, will you promise not to attack us?
If you don't attack me, I won't attack you.
Okay. So if we don't attack him, he won't attack us.
But it's still really hot in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the critical success Arcana roll, Erevan, even though you don't specifically know the actual magic here, like you don't know that you you don't know exactly what to do to dispel it necessarily, but you know that it would take something like that this type of rune is not going, you're not going to be able to just physically deface it.
Okay.
It would need a magical dispelling.
So I relay that to the group. Just merely scratching it or rubbing it out or anything, that's not going to do the trick. There's got to be... we have to apply magic of some kind to stop this.
Well, dispelling is something I know, so I'm going to just go up and try a dispel magic.
Go for it.
I'm going to warn the elemental beforehand.
Yes, thank you.
He's going to try dispel magic to get rid of these magic walls, so lay low and chill as much as possible.
How many of us are we all in the room now taking damage, or where?
Well, you guys tell me. As it is, you've been sort of shouting from the hallway, I think, and even that's kind of you feel like you've been standing in the sun, like the hot sun, for a while. You're just kind of very heat, but you haven't gotten any closer.
If I examined the runes, I must have gone into the room.
So you're right. So that thank you for saying so. You get to take 1d6 fire damage for being so honest. Oh, it's only one.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah. You were just peeking in.
It's a 10.
Right. But you're casting Dispel Magic on the runes?
Yeah, and I'm casting it at 4th level.
Okay. Yes, as you feel the magical energy reaching into the room, seizing these runes, you see that the glowing of the runes dissipates. And the fire elemental says, "You've done it! You've freed me! Now let's get out of here before that wears off. I will. Okay. I owe you my existence. I will fight by your side."
Can you tone it down a little so that we can accompany you?
Oh, too hot for you? I'm sorry. I'm only made of fire.
All right. So I'm gonna
Look, if you don't want my help, I mean, I'm grateful, but that's really all I have to offer.
To be honest, I think you'd probably be more harm than good. Go on back to your home and we'll be fine. I'll relay that through our primordial speaker there.
Yeah. It's like, thank you for your, I translate, thank you for your offer of assistance. I think we've got it from here. Have a wonderful existence. With our compliments.
Okay. And it kind of stands there a little awkwardly, like, so wait, which way are you going? Which way should I go?
If you go really fast through there's a black gate that can take you out.
Okay. And he rushes past you guys, and as it flees into the room that you just came from, you hear the woman in there going, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So it hurries through the room, setting all of her tapestries and cushions and stuff on fire as it goes.
Well, at least it gives the Thayan warriors something to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
right.
And at least the room should be cooler now.
Well, it's definitely cooler now that it's on fire. But sure. All right. Yeah. So the fire elemental has fled. All right.
So I thought it would just go back to its plane or something. I didn't think it wanted to actually walk there.
Turns out fire elementals don't have plane shift.
Ah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a nasty surprise for that red sorceress.
Actually, Vera's going to go back for a minute and try to stamp out some of the fires.
Yes. The Pencheska appreciates your assistance. The warriors have been helping too, and she's just kind of like, well, you've made progress, sort of. So I'm gonna call this one a wash.
Yeah.
Look, no one died.
I think that's fair.
No one died.
Yeah.
All right. Next, after we help put out the fires, next doorway.
All right. So as you open that doorway, you see at the end of it a white gate, and I'll retcon briefly that when I had her describe that you don't go through the white gate, I'll have her just say, once you go through the white gate, you're bearing right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I just said it wrong. So. I was thinking that the white gate was just further up, so...
So bearing right, you mean from our perspective, so we would be going down?
Yes.
Right, toward those double doors that you see there, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are there any glowing things in the walls that will throw us one way or the other?
You don't see anything. I mean, right now you just see a narrow hallway with a white gate. That's all you actually see before you open the white gate.
Okay. So I'll carefully approach the white gate.
Okay.
Because these things have bitten me before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you activate the white gate with your glyph key, you see that basically you can go two directions, one sort of to the left and one to the right.
Okay. Let's head off to the right.
All right. And so what you see there is just a very short hallway leading to a set of double doors.
Mm-hmm. Is there a keyhole?
It does not seem to be locked. It does not have a keyhole.
Okay. Somebody want to have a go at this one?
Okay.
Have a go in what way?
Open the door.
Okay.
Somebody's sturdier than me.
I'll open the door.
6.
I mean, I don't know you people. I don't know what you do with doors.
Just be grateful the
dungeon, we're adventurers. Generally speaking, we kick them in.
All right. So you open the door?
Yes.
All right. So let me reveal this great big room here. All right.
Yeah.
So, this area might have once been a great banquet hall, but its furnishings now lie in rotting piles along the walls. Between rows of pillars, 6 great magic circles glow brightly, illuminating the whole chamber. And in one of them, you see 4 little tiny demonic figures, little winged, spindly things. One of them you see a big, hulking, spiny-looking thing. One of them you see a big sort of like winged gargoyle sort of thing. And one of them, a whole bunch of little weird, vaguely humanoid blobby things that all seem to be stuck in their various circles. But in addition to all of that, you see a number of zombies and wights and warriors and stuff. And more to the point, they see you.
Yay! Rolling initiative.
Yeah.
You want to clear out the initiative first?
Yeah, let me do that, and then also let me just double check to make sure there's not something more complicated in this room other than they see you and say, "Hey, look, kill them."
It's a thing.
Well, let's see. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. So everyone, roll initiative. I got a bunch of stuff to add here. Give various things. Give them their turns.
Okay,
zombies and
this may never happen again. We all got decent rolls.
Don't
Well-
curse us.
Over 10, anyways.
Yeah. So,
Well, that's because everybody except you has a good bonus, Tim.
all right. Dread Warrior and the White. So note that the ones immediately by the door here, there's 2 sort of just zombies. And then the one in the middle, you have fought one of these once before, but it's basically kind of a zombie-looking thing, but kind of a little bit more intelligence in its eyes, and more to the point, it's got heavy armor on.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the white? There we go. All right, and then the zombies. All right. Zombie initiative. Okay, I think that's everything that's going on the initiative for the moment. Although things could actually change. Did the zombies literally roll a 0? No, there was 2 zombies on the initiative. That's why they rolled a 1. Okay, let me make sure I've got the map in a way that's gonna look good. All right. Okay. Oh, the way I've got the screen set up, I need to zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So, let me... That means, Kathuki, you open the door, and you get first initiative.
Yay!
So, yeah, you see these undead, you're looking around the room, and then you kind of make contact with this undead thing, and you find that it's making eye contact back, and you're like, yep, it's about to go down. So, what you're doing?
So I'm going to go over to this particular zombie, and I'm going to hit it with my dagger twice, and then I'm going to hit it with my talons.
That seems like a good plan.
Dagger, and talons.
Okay, all 3 of those hit.
Okay.
So, 15...
79!
Yeah. So, with a total of 24 damage, you just rip that one to shreds. It does take all 3 hits, but then it just basically... It is no longer a functional zombie, it is a pile of zombie pieces on the floor.
I am now grateful I did not have breakfast.
You doing any other like movement or anything like that?
Not. I think I'll take one more step to the side so that any magic users, I'm out of their line of fire.
Sounds good. All right. It is actually the white's turn. Excuse me, next. So let's. Where's those? The white's character sheets. Okay. And their speed is. Let's see. This first one is gonna pull out a longbow and fire it at.
I only see one white on the battlefield.
It's the other one's just at the far end of the room.
Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I was mistaking. Okay, the greenish one is not a white. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this one is a dread warrior.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So one of these whites. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11. One of them is just charging full speed at you, uses dash action to get closer. And the other one first fires its longbow at you, Kathuki.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20 to hit.
I'm going to use deflect missiles.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me pull my card back up.
Deflect missiles is such a cool ability. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile,
Yeah, I think it's like a
Yeah.
1d10 plus your monk level or something like that.
yeah. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced to 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level.
Right.
If
so
you reduce...
only 6
Oh.
piercing at your level, I think is almost going to be an automatic success. But right. So I mean.
Yeah.
So we'll say you catch it, and if you spend a key point, you can throw it back.
Okay, and I will do so.
All right. Are you throwing it at the white that fired it, or you can throw it at one of the nearer things if you want?
Throw it a zombie, more useful.
Okay, I'll throw it at a zombie.
Okay.
And how do I do that?
Yeah, it's just a ranged attack, like if you were throwing a dart or something.
Okay.
Basically, treat it like you're throwing a dart.
Okay.
Yeah, 21
21.
definitely hits. You catch the arrow and then spin and whip the arrow over at the zombie, which it hits, and the zombie sinks into its rotten flesh, and it kind of just looks down and like ah. All right, and that was the one white. The other one was just charging, so it used its dash action. So that's the one that fired the arrow is still going to come closer. 6, coming around that way, and you note as it comes that it does avoid stepping in the circles. All right, Erevan, you're up.
Yeah, let me think about how I want to do this. All right, I'm going to move into the room. 5, 10, 15. 20, shoot. 25, 30. All right. Let's just do a quick measurement here.
And so note that there are, several more undead things in the room that are further away.
Yeah, this one. Shoot. All right. Yeah, and I can't do. I could do, but I want to keep it in reserve till I'm more in the mix. I will. Instead, I will cast Sacred Flame, I think.
Okay.
On. I guess that warrior, this warrior right here.
All right. This guy.
That one, yeah.
Yep.
Good one.
All right.
All right. So that he is going to make a dexterity saving throw. Well, Sacred Flame, yeah. So let's see. That's a 7, so that's a fail. So 11 radiant damage to that guy.
Okay.
As your holy flame singes him. Or 11. 11 singeing. All right. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm just double checking. We're okay. Yeah, there we go. Just wanted to make sure. What else might happen in this room? Okay, so you cast your sacred flame. You've moved into the room a little bit. Are you staying there where you are?
I think I used all my movement, didn't I?
Did you?
I went 30 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then yes. You're done. All right.
Yeah.
It is the Dread Warrior's turn. He didn't like being singed for 11, and he is going to basically just come up right up on you and just wail on you with his battle axe. Two-handed.
That could hurt.
So for a 7, probably misses. But the 15? Does 15 hit?
Back to my character sheet.
I don't remember what armor you have.
No.
Okay,
Nope, 15 misses.
So the first hit just goes wild, and you duck out of the way. The other one is a glancing blow off of your armor. And, so that's his turn. Vera, you're up.
Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay. We will be moving over yonder. And we are going to actually one space point. And we are going to sneak attack this guy here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay, so let me figure out my damage here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you just click on the word rapier, it'll roll the damage.
That'll be the regular weapon attack, and then you can roll your sneak attack damage separately, if you don't have it built into your sheet. So in the chat window, not on your sheet, if you click on the word rapier, it should roll the dice, the damage automatically. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 6 piercing damage from the rapier, but you also have your sneak attack damage?
Mm-hmm. Which is 66.
Wow, 66. Those rogues, when they level up, man. Yeah. Look at that.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So you can actually type in the chat the /roll 6d6, and it'll roll all of them at once. But this works too. So that
12, 15, 25.
25.
25. Okay, so 25 plus the original 6, 31.
Nice.
And yeah, this Dread Warrior is so pissed off that it missed with its battle axe that it does not even see you as you just slip around behind it and stick your rapier right through its face, from the back. Like, just right up through the back of the neck, severing the brainstem, and just Erevan, you basically see the point of a rapier come out of its eye socket. Just
Is it
rapier
still
withdrawn.
up?
It is totally dead.
Okay.
Super dead.
Vera smiles and says, "Now it's a party."
Ririn, you're up.
Welcome. Welcome to the party.
I was planning on casting something super powerful, but it looks like that may not be necessary. I'm going to cast haste on myself, and take my move to go up to the. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to cast haste quickened as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Hasty haste. Very hasty haste. And so that I can take, and I take my move. So now I have 2 actions left. I use both of them to use the nifty dagger of venom that I found. Now I'm not using the venom power yet.
Okay.
But I'm just using it as its magic thing to attack that zombie.
Yeah. Zombies typically poison's not super effective.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. So a 23 and a 14.
On the zombie, both hit.
Okay, 9 piercing and 6 piercing, 15 damage.
Okay. Was that 8 accidental?
Yeah, it was an accidental extra click. Yes.
All right. Yeah, that is exactly what you needed to sever this thing's head from its body.
All right.
All right, you've taken that one out. All right. Oh, well, the zombies get a turn, I guess. Never mind. Hang on. The Dread Warrior, I can close that one. The zombies are shuffling in your direction, but they're trying to get as far as they can. So 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one gets to you, Vera, and it's gonna try to wail on you with its just dumb zombie hand.
Dumb zombie hand.
Yeah, 21. Does a 21 hit?
That will hit. Yes.
For 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 2 zombies are also. They're hurrying their best to get to you guys. So, but as this is all starting to happen, these demons that that you see entrapped, these creatures, these monsters that are in the magic circle, start yelling at you. This big spiny one just says, free me, and I will help you fight these monsters that have imprisoned us." And all the 4 little ones are all chiming in with, yeah, help us, let us out, and we'll help you.
Don't
Kathuki,
believe
you're
it
up.
for a minute.
So your turn, Kathuki.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I can definitely get to this guy or this guy. And if I come down here to fight the white, then this guy might get an opportunity attack.
Not if you just slip between them, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna come down here and join Vera's party.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Dagger, talons.
Yeah, all those hit.
Okay. So, 7, 9, 16. Woo!
28.
28.
All right. Yeah, so once again, that is enough. You just tear it to pieces. With your flashing dagger and swift talons.
That is one badass bird.
And Kathuki takes a bow.
All right, it is the white's turn now. Let me think. Yeah, this one is coming up, and it's going to duck over to here to attack you, Kathuki. This one is sort of sidestepping the end of the circle, is going to attack you, Vera. But so first, the one attacking Kathuki is going to make 2 longsword attacks. Well, actually, it's going to use 1 longsword attack first. That's 11, probably won't hit.
Nope.
And then it's actually also going to try to reach out and just grab you with its hand. With a 9's not going to do it.
Nope.
That was some bad rolls for that white. He's a bad white. All right, the other one's doing the same thing to you, Vera.
Okay.
So that's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then when it tries to reach out with its hand, you see glowing with necrotic energy, but it only gets a 10.
That will miss.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, Erevan, you're up again.
Okay. Let me just. I measured everything a minute ago, but now people. Well, they've moved. All right.
Battlefield keeps changing.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that black circle there?
Well, so the little 1 square-sized black circles are actually columns in the room.
Oh, those are columns. Okay, so
Yeah.
I need to go over here. Okay, now if my measurements are correct.
To have gotten to that point, one of these
Yep.
guys gets an opportunity attack on you.
That blows. Okay.
But it only rolls a 10, so
Wow, these guys.
yeah, they have a +4 to their attack, so it's not like they're super losers. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to turn undead.
Okay. So that's gonna get, I think, all of these
Wisdom
guys,
saving
right?
throws?
That you can see. Yeah. Okay. So starting with the topmost zombie, and then the 2 whites left to right, and then the bottom 2 zombies left to right. That's the order that I'm doing this in.
Okay.
So where's my zombie?
And what is my DC? I should be looking that up.
Yeah. Should be, I think, 14. That's what your secret flame was.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, the top zombie. That's a fail, and because it is a challenge rating of 1/4, I believe that. What's your destroy undead? What is it good for? This one?
It is.
I'm gonna guess challenge rating 2 and lower is my guess.
Yes, it is. Yep, 2 or lower.
All right. Yep, that guy's.
I love doing that.
Okay, the 2 whites, left to right, are getting 19 and a critical fail for the other one. So one of them is turned, the other is not, but they're too powerful for that guy's turned. But they're too powerful for to be destroyed outright. But then the 2 other zombies, a 16 and a 0. So this guy is also reduced to ash. So you have successfully destroyed 2 of the zombies and turned 1 of the whites.
All right, I'll take that.
All right.
And I moved my 30 feet, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Vera.
Okay. So, we will be attacking the white that is right next to us.
All right. Okay. That just hits the white. Yeah.
Okay. And due to the fact that no one is within 5 feet of it, and I am not at disadvantage, my swashbuckler ability allows me to use my sneak attack dice on it anyway.
Yes. I think
So-
that's the swashbuckler is a neat.
Yep.
I like that one. So
And
11.
How do I get it to roll the...
So slash roll space
66.
6d6.
Okay. Boom.
There you go.
28 damage.
All right. Yeah, so that's not enough to just totally demolish this thing like the zombie or the Dread Warrior, but...
Well, due to the fact that I have the crossbow expert feat, I will then shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Let's see. Bunk.
And so with crossbow expert, you're not at disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Because you're point blank, right? Yeah, so 20 hits.
Okay. And then...
All right, for another 10. Yeah, you've done this thing some serious damage. It's not quite demolished, but it is hurting really bad.
Okay. And then I will move.
Okay, it's going to get an opportunity attack.
No, it won't.
Oh, right, because of the
ability.
swashbuckling thing. See?
Wow.
Right there.
Yeah.
Very
'Cause
nice.
If you make a melee attack, you get free disengage. You don't have to use your bonus action for it.
Yep.
So
Wow.
it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Love
Yeah.
swashbuckler.
Okay. All right, Rearing.
Okay, well, if he's not gonna confront it, I will. So I'm gonna walk up and hit it, and I've still got two attacks here. I've been checking the rules, and you're not allowed to haste or things like that. Quicken spells. You still can't cast 2 spells in the same round.
I will allow that you can. The second one can be a cantrip.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna hit it with a shocking grasp.
Okay. That hits.
For 14 damage.
Okay, and that's actually enough to finish it off.
Okay. And then I will step over and do this. If you're letting us do two cantrips, I'm going to hit the other one with a shocking grasp.
All right. That also hits because
15
the same
damage.
roll on the same thing. Yep. Now, because you have damaged it, the turn is no longer in effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
but it is still it has. I'm gonna leave the little blue thing on there, which means it can't do reactions this round, though,
Yeah.
because that's what the shocking grasp does, right? If
Yeah.
you hit with it, I think it's the damage, and then they also can't take reactions that turn, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I recall as well.
All right. So it's the zombie's turn, and the only one remaining is going to come up and try to pound its fists on you, Aravan. It's just on your chest. That's what it's doing.
Okay.
It gets a 20.
Oh, they hit.
Does that hit?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's 4 bludgeoning damage. All right. And then, so these creatures in these 2 nearest circles are still shouting at you, just beseeching. He's like, "Come on, just scuff the circle, and we'll help you fight. We don't want to be here either. We hate the guys that have imprisoned us. Just let us out." And you're now actually, this big winged gargoyle-looking one has joined that chorus, also beseeching you to let it out, and all these weird blobby things in the other one are just kind of going. So they're not really very coherent, but if you spoke Abyssal, you might realize that they're likewise saying, "Hey, let us out," but we're too stupid to be more persuasive. All right.
Yep. I do not have Abyssal. Primordial, yes. Abyssal, no.
Anyone with Abyssal?
Nope.
Oh, all right. So,
That's way too scholarly for my character.
Seriously.
Kathuki, you're up. Got this,
All right.
this guy in front of you.
That guy in front of me, dagger to the face, talons to the face.
Sounds good.
Yay.
I think he's
Dagger,
been
dagger, and talons.
All right. Yeah, all those hit.
Have you missed yet in this melee?
I don't think
Yes,
Yeah.
not this one. Last time I did. This
Okay.
time I didn't.
All right. So that's with 23 damage that you have. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Never mind. Hang on. Your attacks are all magic anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So never mind. Doesn't matter. They are supposed to be resistant to non-magical piercing damage. So, but okay, yeah. So this thing is almost destroyed, but not quite. All right. It is its turn now, and I think that it looks. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of assessing the battlefield here and recognizing. I mean, it could try to flee, but for what? To where? Where is it going to go? It's pretty much just going to go ahead and try to do its best to take one of you with it. And it recognizes Ririn is looking slightly more squishy than this other thing, so it's going to attack you,
Okay.
Ririn, with one longsword attack and one attempt to grasp you
Okay.
with its with its hand. So
Okay.
the longsword attack
Oh,
is
that hits.
21 for 5 slashing damage, and then it tries to grab you like you did to it with a 22.
Oh, man.
So that's
So
a
that's a total of 11
Constitution
damage.
saving throw. Yeah. Well, no, make a Constitution saving throw first.
Oh!
Well, so in that case, yes, you do fail. So it's 5 slashing damage and then 6 necrotic damage, but your hit point maximum is also reduced by 6.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That's his turn. Aravan, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So that one right in front of me just punched me out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to offer some corrective instruction with my mace.
Sounds good. Yeah, 17 hits. Zombies have an armor class of 8.
Good to know.
Yeah. So 7 damage. You've just caved part of its head in, just like poof. There's just like a mace-shaped divot in its head now. But
And then I'm going to move up to here.
Okay. It's going to take a swing at you when you move.
Okay.
No free disengage for you, but it misses. All right. So that was Eravan's turn. Vera, you're up.
Okay. And time to stabby this guy. Bonk.
Yep.
Oh, that hits.
I'm thinking that hits. Unfortunately, this time I don't get my sneak attack.
Do you get regular sneak attack when you have an ally within 5 feet of it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's
I
when a regular rogue would also get sneak attack. You just basically swashbuckler means that there are very few circumstances where your first attack
don't
does not get sneak attack.
Yes, that's true. 13 plus...
That does it. You don't even really need to roll the sneak attack damage, honestly, because the 13 is enough. So how do you finish this one off?
Well, Vera, using Boots of Striding and Springing, actually leaps over her erstwhile party members, lands there in the superhero crouch, and takes the zombie out at the kneecaps with her rapier,
Nice.
then spins and with crossbow expert fires at the other undead dude down here.
Okay, so the crossbow on the zombie down there. All right, great. So that guy's dead. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, for 9 damage.
Yeah. All right. All right. So that one's pretty wounded too. Okay. Ririn, you're up. There's just the one zombie left. Though all the creatures in these different circles are still kind of saying, "Let us out! There's more in the other room. You haven't even fought the boss yet."
Run up and shocking grasp the last zombie.
All right.
I'm sure this will go well.
Yep. It did.
13 damage.
That you've got a fried zombie. Smells terrible.
All right.
We once served fried zombie at a party I was at. The problem with serving fried undead keeps coming back on you.
That's pretty good. All right. So you have still a very loud room as you have various monstrous creatures attempting to call out and beseech you to free them. You can respond to that as you like, but as it stands
Walking out.
So there is a white gate, but there's also another set of double doors that's on the far side of the room from where you came in.
I think that's the way we were supposed to go, isn't it?
To the south?
Yeah, because she said not to go through the second white gate there,
Oh, that's right.
because that would take us to a different zone.
Yeah.
So,
So if
these doors
you are
will-
going where she asked you to go, that is the set of double doors.
Yep.
Okay.
As we're crossing the room, Vera will ask, so, out of curiosity, why aren't we freeing any of these?
Do you trust them?
Well, I
They're
mean...
demons.
So I want to just briefly have an insert shot of Ririn says, "Do you trust them?" And let's say Vera glances over to the big spiny one, and it just the blink, blink.
Well, it's not so much a matter of trust, but we did free that last thing in the other room.
Yeah.
That was an elemental, completely different thing.
All right. Not debating it, just asking what policy was, that's all.
The vulture one says, "That's speciesist."
Besides, that one was in our way. These guys aren't.
Vera, turns back to the gargoyle and just gives this innocent shrug.
A lot of good that does me.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to come back through this way anyway, probably. So
Before we go any further, can I get a little bit of healing from our party cleric there?
Oh, yes. Yeah, how much you down by?
I'm down by 30.
Oh, geez, okay. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, 20. I'm down by 20.
Still.
All right.
How did that happen?
Jordan's.
It's got some lightning.
Oh
Some
yeah, yeah.
lightning, and I got
click on your
smacked
feet.
once by the white.
Make 5. Let's roll again. Take another 5.
Good enough for now.
Okay.
Hold on to your
Yeah,
spell
keep a
slots. You
couple
never know
slots
what
in
you're going to
reserve.
need. But I
Anybody
didn't want
else
to take
need help?
I didn't want to take a rest with all this racket going on.
Yeah.
Besides, they probably heard us, so let's go.
Okay. So the I don't like the way that it describes the next room. I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. It's fine.
That fills me with all sorts of confidence.
All right. So are you opening the double doors there?
Yes.
All right. Who's opening the door?
Somebody's
What's our
let's
mark?
squish in the knee.
Kazuki will.
All right, I'll open the door.
Okay. You open to see. You see a corridor that's in a cross pattern. So like three
Cross?
different ways to go. So directly opposite you, you see a set of double doors, and you see directions to the left and right that both have double doors.
Huh. This, I guess by the instructions, we should just go straight.
Want me to press my ear to a door? See what I can hear.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might actually be our best bet.
Yep.
What was that? I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go listen at one of the doors.
Oh, okay.
All right. Which one?
This one.
All right. You listen at those doors and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception.
All right.
Blah.
Well, even still, you're not able to make out a lot of detailed sound because the one sound that overrides everything else is a strange, monstrous howling sound.
Right, we've got monstrous howling here. Let me try out another door.
Go ahead and make another perception check.
Oh,
Now, this is a pretty sturdy door, and if anything is making sound in there, it's too quiet.
There's nothing in there. And... Come on. Jeez.
You hear nothing.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything in either of these side doors, but there's definitely a howling down south here.
With a +7 to roll a 9, an 8, and an 11 in sequence, that's pretty rough.
No. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I can actually do something about that, but it's a little late now. Theoretically, I could have used, what's it called? Reliable talent.
Oh, reliable talent, is that did you set reliable talent to perception?
Um,
Because I think you
didn't
pick
know it.
one skill, right?
Oh, is it?
Oh wait, no, okay. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus. So if you're proficient in it,
I am.
then so basically it makes any die roll that's 9 or lower counted as a 10. And so what that means is that the 9 would actually be a 17, and
Right.
so would the 8.
Yeah.
And then
And the
all
11.
of those. Yeah, all of those would actually be 17.
Yeah.
So, then to briefly rewind time, you still pretty much only hear from the south door. You hear this monstrous howling sound that's pretty loud, but you also hear vague, clinking of chains and shaking of things like that. And then
Okay.
but the howling pretty much overwhelms much else. In the western door, you hear uh, low whispers of voices speaking, but it's a little too muffled to really make out anything. But you hear voices, and then
Uh-huh.
from the eastern door, nothing. Still nothing.
Okay. So, down south, we seem to have something howling that may be chained up. To the west, there's whispers, and to the right, I'm sure the room's just empty.
I think based on the instructions
Oh.
we got, we want to go straight on.
And one note too, because this is where I was complaining about the description of the room, because it says so here's the entirety of the description according to the module for this area. A set of double doors is inlaid with brass filigree, making out the shapes of angelic figures. And it's like, okay, which of those sets of double doors, right? But I think that based on the placement of the label and everything, that is referring to the eastern set of doors. So the other doors are ordinary doors. The eastern set of doors that you heard nothing is inlaid with brass filigree in the shapes of angelic figures.
So, quiet angels, or whispery things, or probably a wolf of some sort.
Let me check the map here. So if we are there, then the silent door looks like it doesn't go anywhere. So it's probably some kind of trap. And the door to the right, to the west, there is a dead end. And I would not expect from the looks of the map that that's necessarily the one where the guy is that we're trying to get. So I say go south. I think we should go south, straight ahead.
Well, I've no objection to that. We'll just have to deal with Howley thing.
There's something through those doors that wants to eat our face.
We've had pretty good luck with face eating so far.
Okay, carry on. Oh, where am I here?
All
Up
right.
here.
So to the south then.
Yep.
All right. And we open. You peer open through that door. And what you see, the walls of this torture chamber are hung with chains and spears encrusted with black ichor, or ichor, depending on who you ask. In a few places, heavy black chains are fastened to the floor. In the northeast corner is a black gate. And in the far side of the room, you see a wight with a pike and seven skeletons with pikes, all stabbing at and torturing a chained up, monstrous looking thing with 4 arms and 2 legs and scales and horns and so on. They are torturing it, and they seem pretty busy. So I would like you to make a stealth check, Kathuki, if you were the one that opened the door. Whoever opened the door should make a stealth check.
Okay, I'm the one who's opening the doors, so probably it was me. 20.
They don't seem to have noticed you. They're busy torturing.
We take the black gate.
So there's a black gate and a set of double doors that are on the wall to the right. Your right
Okay.
as you enter.
I make a shushing motion to the rest of the crew, and start tiptoeing toward these guys. I actually have a good stealth score as well, so I was thinking that the rogue and I could sneak up on that wight.
Right.
The skeletons we can obliterate. The white's the only one.
So make a stealth check, and if it is successful, then I'll say you approach, and you'll get a surprise round.
16.
And, okay, yeah, I'm calling that a success. So basically, I'm going to have us all roll for initiative, but you guys as a party get a surprise round. So everyone roll for initiative.
Oh, that was a crappy score.
Well, not as crappy as the critical failure from the white.
Or the zombies?
Well, I haven't rolled for them yet. Hang on. And technically these are skeletons, not zombies.
Ah.
All right. And they rolled.
Poorly.
And then big guy here gets to be. All right. Okay, let me briefly let's see. Okay. Yeah, so well, let's just go ahead and do our initiative then. With yeah, let me get. Yeah, sorry, I had an extra skeleton with Pike on there. Okay. So, that makes rear end first, and this is the surprise round.
Okay. Shock and grasp.
Okay. That is on the white. It hits.
16 damage.
All right. Okay. It is shocked. Shocked. By your
I
grasp.
tell you.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Rains.
Vera, you're up.
Okay.
In surprise round.
Time to stabity this guy.
All right.
Stabity incoming.
That hits.
Yay!
Okay. And sneak attack. So 30 damage.
Yeah, you finished that one off with your.
And then I am disengaging.
All right.
Whee! Back over here.
All right. Okay, Erevan.
Well, I was going to cast Sacred Flame on the white, but that appears to be unnecessary. So I'll just cast it on one of the skeletons. That one there.
All right. 16 dexterity saving throw, so that's a miss, unfortunately. Okay, the Kathuki.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to run up. Dagger, dagger, talons.
Oof.
She wore lights out with those.
So roll that. Yeah. So the skeletons.
And I'm attacking this first one here.
Yeah. Okay. So just roll the first dagger. Yeah. Go ahead. I mean, all of those hit. Yeah. So the first two attacks finish off the first skeleton, and so the critical talons, 11, I would assume, can go to that next one.
Yep.
And you have hurt it pretty severely. It's barely holding together. Only just this undead magic that is even holding the pieces of the bones together at this point. All right. So that is the end of the surprise round. So now, Ririn, you're up again.
Okay. Step forward. Shock and grasp.
Okay. Yep.
9 damage.
9 damage. You are able to deliver 9 units of electrical energy into its bony form.
And its bones show through its bones.
Yes.
Hey, how does it even... Wait. Oh.
Okay. It is the... do you move or anything? That's it?
That's it. No, that's fine.
Okay. It is the skeleton's turn now then. 2 of these guys are going to attack you, Ririn. Turning
Okay.
on you. attacking you with their pikes.
The 18 hits.
Okay, so that's 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then these two are attacking, or actually these 3 are all attacking you, Kathuki.
Okay.
And they actually have reach with their pike, so even this guy that's 2 squares away can attack you.
Okay.
It's a 21, an 18, and a 17.
All 3 hit.
Okay.
So,
So-
minus 15.
Yep.
Ouch.
All right. And so that is the skeleton's turn. Vera.
All right. I don't like skeletons with reach, but not much I can do about that. So I'll go over here and stab this dude.
All right. Stab him.
Stabity.
18 hits.
Okay, so that's 8 plus another 30.
It is overkill. It is overkilled.
Pretty much use the pommel of my rapier to just knock its skull off of its body.
All right. Once again, we have accidentally killed the one that I had in the initiative order. That's fine.
And then I will crossbow bolt the one that is farthest north in the map right now.
Let's see. I don't remember what point they were in the initiative.
Crossbow bolting
I don't
this one.
remember.
They were after Ririn,
Yeah.
so it would have been
Yeah.
like 15.
They had a 14, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the crossbow bolt was against which one?
This one,
Okay. And 17 hits, yeah.
7 damage.
You chip away at its shoulder and one of its arms falls off. All right. But it's not the one that was holding the pike with, unfortunately. All right. That was Vera's turn. Erevan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at Lefty here.
All right. Oh, right. Yeah, that's on me. 14, so it just makes it, unfortunately.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
The
The skeletons are not slow like zombies. It's one of the differences.
I'm going to move. Yeah, right there.
All right. Okay. Kathuki.
Okay, so can't go wrong with a winning combo. Dagger, talons.
All right. The 13 actually still hits. So all 3 of those do hit.
Yikes.
All right, so that first one, ignore the +3. It's just 8.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, you destroy that first one with the first hit.
And then the others are redirected to this guy.
All right, and then the first hit is going to hit him too. So that just your 2 dagger hits take out those 2 skeletons. So I actually
Okay.
still
You
have
can take a step over and use the talon against one of the ones fighting me.
Yep.
Yep.
You can.
So this one right here.
Okay, and so that one takes 5.
That one you just winged.
All right. So it is this big guy's turn now, and he says, "Release me, and I will help you fight your enemies."
We're hearing that an awful lot. What language is he using? Common?
Yeah. It's actually you hear it in your head.
Oh, lovely.
Look, I think we should let this one go.
Yeah, this one was actually being tortured. It wasn't just being held.
Yeah. Well, let's take care of these skeletons first. My turn?
Yeah. So it is your turn.
Critical shocking grasp.
Okay.
31 points of damage.
Holy.
It's reduced to dust.
Can the bleed off hit the other one since it was so close?
No, alas.
Well, yes.
Hey.
Never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it ever did hurt to ask, now is not one of those times. Okay, Vera, you're up. There's just the one skeleton left, and then the big guy.
Actually, you knocked the skeletons out of the order. It's the skeletons' turn.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, you're right. Skeleton's turn then. The skeleton is going to stab at you, Ririn.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, ouch!
gee.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Critical. Critical pike, and it holds up. It does the Tusken Raider thing where it holds up the pike in 2 hands. All right, so now Vera.
Okay. Let's see.
Finish him!
Over there, and stabby. Stabby.
Yeah. That does it.
Okay.
Even just the 11. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the skeletons have been dealt with. Eravine. You still hear this thing in your head saying, "Release me! There is more in this dungeon to fight."
And I look at the others and say, I'm hearing this voice in my head.
Oh yeah, that's that. He's there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
He looks kind of abyssal. Like,
That's very superficial.
what did you do to get into this situation?
I was captured by evil undead wizards.
Captured where?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I mean, if you were like just minding your own business, walking down the streets of Dis,
I was
and
in my home.
So you weren't in this castle, say, trying to steal the silverware.
Vera pops up her head.
asking me that right now?
Vera pops up her head and says, "Don't go judging people for their love of silverware." And she starts working on one of the locks on the chains.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let me see what this chain has got. Yeah. Okay. So
step
lock
back out of the way just in
these
case
tools, check.
he goes after the squishy one.
Yeah. So dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am going to go up next to Vera and cast guidance on him.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Click. So there's actually 4 chains, but the first one opens for you easily.
Okay.
Okay, and in the meantime, since we've got this nice handy black gate here, how about if I go up and free everybody else in that other room, and then we can all get them out, and then we can go deal with the thing.
Who do you want to release? Wait. We get them after we've killed the one who's jailing her. The one who keeps bringing her back, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we got to take care of him first, or she's not going to bother.
Right.
Well, no, I meant the get rid of the ones that are imprisoned up here.
Are you working on the second lock?
The demons in the demons in the
All right, go
circles.
ahead and
You
make
mean?
another check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to
Actually,
inflict them on the world?
No, just that red sorceress.
Oh, okay, I got it. All right, that's fine.
With
We've already gotten an elemental. We've got all these things. They're just really, really handy. Last time we inflicted her with the...
guys. Hang on a sec. So, technically speaking, since your reliable talent I'm guessing would apply here, because how much are you adding?
I'd be adding +9.
Oh yeah, so all of these locks are no problem for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you go ahead and click them all open while everyone else is talking.
Yep.
All right. As soon as you have clicked open the last of these chains, this big monster stands up, rubs its wrists, and says, "Thank you. Now die." And it's just going to totally.
I told you, people.
Look, you asked him if he stole the silverware, not if he was going to murder people.
So, it is.
Another initiative roll.
It's got two. No, we're still in initiative from before, so it
Okay.
was holding its attack though. So I'm going to be treating this as its turn right now.
Sure.
Okay.
So it has two great big arms with pincer claws on the end. So it's going to first, let's see. Oh, it has spells too. Yeah, okay. Actually, the first thing that happens is that a sphere of magical darkness erupts around it. I'm gonna basically say this whole part of the room is now filled with magical darkness. Aravan, were you down there? I don't think you were.
Oh, I went down there to cast guidance on Vera.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
I had
fair
to touch
enough.
him to do that.
Yeah. Well, touch Vera, right? So, yeah. All right. So you're right. But now all of that is dark, filled with magical darkness, and so you are both completely blind.
Okay.
Even dark vision does not. And then I think, Vera, your good deed is going punished. So it makes these two pincer attacks towards you. Okay, a critical miss and a critical hit on the same round. And then look, the damage for the miss would have been 22, and then the damage with the critical, it rolled a 1 for the damage die, and so it's still only 10 damage even with the critical hit. So, but you're still blind, and you take 10 bludgeoning damage. Why is it bludgeoning from a pincer? But okay, I guess it's like a big claw. It's not sharp. It's just crushing.
Yeah, and I want to. I unfortunately have something to point out, is that if you can't see the attack coming, it's probably an advantage, which means the first one should have hit.
Oh, you know what? You are right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm sorry.
can't see.
No
yeah.
worries.
So technically, those do both. You know what? Okay, the first one does hit for 22 bludgeoning, and you are grappled. And because it can only grapple one with each pincer, it's going to attack Aravan with the other one. So Aravan, that's 10 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
All right, Ririn.
Okay.
You've heard all that go down, and now there's nothing but blackness in that area of the room.
Okay, I'm going to cast a quickened dispel magic.
Okay. And as you do, the magical darkness disappears. Hey!
And
I was using that!
and I'll take an action to cause the dagger of venom to exude its venom.
Okay.
So now it's poison.
Okay.
And I'll take my move to get back as far as I can because it's I'm squishy.
So you had to use your action?
Yeah, it's an action to make the dagger of venom be envenomed.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Vera, you are currently grappled by this thing.
Okay.
But you are no longer blinded. The darkness has been dispelled.
Always a plus.
Yeah.
How do I get out of grapple?
So you can use your action to break the grapple, and it is contested roll where it rolls athletics and you roll acrobatics or athletics, and whoever has higher wins.
Actually, it says the escape DC is 13.
Oh, you're right. It does say that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So basically, roll acrobatics or athletics, and if you beat 13, then you escape.
Okay.
Yes.
I do that.
So you are able to slip out of its grasp.
Mm-hmm.
But that is an action to do that.
Okay.
So you could bonus action disengage or something like that if you wanted.
Give me a sec here. Yeah, bonus action to disengage.
Okay. All right. Great. Aravan, you are grappled by this thing.
I'm going to make an athletics check.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are not able to. It just just pinches tighter. All right. Okay. Kathuki.
Okay. I'm going to come up here.
Careful, he likes to turn out the lights and get handsy.
That's why I'm going to only hit him with dagger, not talons.
Okay.
So hit him for 17 points. Use a key point to disengage and back off 15 feet.
Okay. Yeah, he does take that 17 damage. He takes it like a champ. He is clearly injured, but not overly so. He's pretty tough.
I get a feeling he's got like 90 hit points.
To put a numerical value on it, it's kind of, so and it is this thing's turn now, and I think it first kind of leans around to look past Kathuki back at you, Ririn, and just says, "Rude!" And it's going to cast... Oh, shoot, I have to look up how this spell works. Hang on. It's casting a spell on you. Cast a spell on you. See, when I'm using... Okay, yeah, it's range 60 feet. Okay, you need to make... Ooh.
If he's casting a spell at me, I'm going to cast counterspell.
Oh.
3rd level.
Counterspell at 3rd level?
Yeah.
And if it's a higher level spell than that, you have to roll Arcana. Right?
No, I use my spell casting ability.
Oh, spell casting ability.
Right.
Hang on, I'm
So
looking up how that works.
Yep. And the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, yeah. So do that then.
22.
Nice. You you dissipate its spell, which is pretty handy because that was a power word stun it was going to use on you.
Yeah.
So you would have just been stunned, no save, but you defeated it, and it looks in confusion at that and just says,
But that always
"That's not
works.
very nice."
No, we'd already established that we're rude.
I think it's going to let's see. It's going to just use its it does. Oh, that's weird. I guess I'm gonna have it. It's a little weird to say that, like, some creatures say, if an attack grapples you and you are already grappled, it gets like automatic damage the next time if the grapple's not broken. This one doesn't say that, so I'm gonna have it roll the attack again, even though it's a little weird to say that it has to attack you again with its pincer that it currently has you grappled with. But what I'll say is, it's got you held, but to do damage to you again, it has to essentially let you go and try to close on you again. So that's what I'm having it do, Araman. And it's going to do that to you twice.
Ouch.
So does 16 hit?
No, I'm AC 17.
Okay, so the
Second
first
one's
time...
a-
Yeah, so the first time it like kind of drops you and it tries to snap at you again, but you're able to, use your armor to block it from closing around you. But then the second one, and once again, so okay, it rolls super low on that second one.
This is one Dread Glibrizu.
Yeah, and so that second one, and you are grappled again with only 8 bludgeoning damage, additional though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that makes it your turn again, Ririn.
Okay, I am going to step up within dagger throwing range, hopefully outside its reach, and throw the dagger of venom.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Okay. It needs to make a Constitution save to get half damage on the poison.
It does not, because it seems to shrug the poison off altogether.
Okay, well, at least it takes the 9 damage
Yeah.
from the dagger itself.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast a quickened enlarge.
Ooh. Okay. On
myself.
yourself.
No, actually, hold on. Is it a ranged spell? Yes.
Yeah, 30
I'm
feet.
going to cast it on the guy who's grappled.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say, because it still can grapple a large creature, I'm going to give you the opportunity to, I'll let you make a roll to break it, and you are at advantage when you are enlarged.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
And
I
not
think
only
you also
that, but just for extra fun, I'm going to actually...
enlarge your icon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you also have advantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
So
you can now make an athletics check at advantage to try to break the grapple.
Okay, absolutely doing that.
Okay. With advantage is 21. Yeah. So as you find yourself increasing in size, doubling in height, you are suddenly able to force its pincers apart, and it kind of watches you going up, and you can just see it having this expression on its face. It's like, man,
Really?
yeah.
Anyways, you do an extra D4 damage as well.
If you're with melee attacks or
With
weapons.
melee attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. With
Not only
weapons.
that, but I could dunk now.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah. Wouldn't even have to jump.
I mean, you're like 10.5 feet tall now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Vera.
All right. Sneak back in here. You know, you've made some horrible, horrible life choices. Fortunately for you, that life probably isn't going to extend much more.
All right. 13 unfortunately misses. And
See,
it kind of just looks at you and just...
When attack like that, you're supposed to hit.
it kind of, looks down. It's like, man, been there.
We'll call it a draw then.
Okay. Erevan. This thing is suddenly, instead of being this giant hulking monster, it's kind of actually a little bit shorter than you.
All right. So, Mr. Monster, meet Mr. Mace.
That hits. And so roll the regular damage and then add a d4 to it.
Yes. Good thing for the D4.
Cross your fingers for the D4.
Oh!
Really?
Donk.
And I think, the Glebrezu basically just says, I think we're all having a day.
Why don't we just chain you up again and call it, even?
Yeah, well, let's just pretend this never happened.
Nah, I think I want to kill you. All right, Kathuki.
Okay.
Oh, let's see, I'm actually going to move a few squares away.
You're gonna leave it.
It will get to make an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Kathuki, your turn.
Okay. So, come down here. Dagger. 22 and 15?
The 22 hits, the 15 does not.
You
Okay.
actually missed?
Yeah.
All right.
And then use a key point and get the heck out of there.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you guys are playing some smart tactics here. All right, Ririn.
I got the concentration on the enlarged spell, so I don't want to...
Wasn't it the monster's turn just now?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. What am I thinking? Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. I was a little confused there for a second. You should try it. And he points at you, Ririn.
Counterspell.
Again?
Again.
All
Yep.
right.
Being a sorcerer means having lots of spell slots. Not a whole lot of spells to use them in, but lots of slots.
Fair enough. Let me see what you're rolling against this time. Okay. All right. Yeah, you do need to make a roll. Oh
Okay.
wait. Yeah. You need to make a roll. Alas,
Ooh.
you're not able to counterspell it this time, unfortunately.
Dice are turning against us.
Yeah.
I have to make a save.
And so technically, it is casting within a 10-foot sphere, so it's going to get all three, Vera and Kathuki and Ririn, within the radius of this. And you all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh, that's my worst save. I got a 4!
You are confused.
I'm
So
also
is Vera. How about you, Kathuki?
14.
Oh, you are not confused.
Woo!
You are able to resist its confusion.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
And that probably breaks my concentration on the enlarge spell.
It doesn't actually say that, and it's not damage, so I'm going to say it does not.
Okay.
However, it does mean that you can't take reactions, and when you want to take your turn, you are going to have to roll a d10.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I forgot to roll for a wild surge on that.
Oh, okay.
On that large.
Ooh.
I believe that
what
means
triggers
there
the
is
wild
one.
surge, right?
It's on a 1, not a 20, on a 1.
Oh, on okay. Yep. All right. So, but roll the d10 for your confusion.
Okay. That's right, because it's my turn.
Yep.
8.
With an 8, the creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach, which is only Kathuki.
Okay.
So, Kathuki, you watch as Ririn, his eyes kind of dazed over, turns and attacks you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I threw away my dagger,
Thank God.
and I'm not carrying any other melee weapons, so that's going to be an unarmed attack.
Shocking
Hunter.
Grasp is a melee spell attack.
And it doesn't say melee spell attack.
You're right. Fair enough. I think, though, that, like, if there was a monster and you were attacking it and you're confused, so you're attacking...
Okay, yeah, that's true. All
yeah.
right. 13.
Yeah. So, it's just 13 I don't think hits you, does it?
No, I have a 17.
Yeah, so
Okay.
fortunately, he misses you as he reaches out with his hand crackling with electricity.
And little spirals in his eyeballs.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Would a swift kick upside the head help this?
well, let him make, now that it's the end of his turn, you can make your wisdom saving throw again, Ririn.
Yeah. 12.
Nope, still confused. Okay. Vera, you are also confused. Please roll a d10 for me.
Bonk.
4. You do not move or take actions this turn, but
Okay.
you can repeat your saving throw.
Yup. Bonk.
Oh, yep, you are able to shrug off the effect. You are no longer confused.
So Vera kind of goes, wait, what? Wait. Oh, right. Yes, stabbing. I'll get right back on that.
Yeah. Aravan, you're up.
Okay. This is not a humanoid monster, is it?
No.
Okay. Okay, that eliminates that particular
You can
attack.
tell
then.
because of the forearms, the giant pincers, the
Oh, yeah,
horns,
yeah.
they being
Uh,
10 feet tall.
yeah, I forgot about the things that were like grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit. All right, I'm just going to hit it with Sacred Flame then.
Okay. Makes a dexterity saving throw. And it fails. So that's 12 points of
12
radiant damage.
Yay!
Ow!
We're grinding it down a little bit here.
Yeah, you're making progress. It's significantly wounded now, for sure. All right, Kathuki, you are up. Ririn does still seem like he's in a daze.
Okay.
But I can't take reactions, so don't worry about getting
Right.
out of my reach.
Yeah, so no
Okay.
opportunity attack if you move past him or whatever. And it
Okay.
also, like, the demon said, why don't you try being confused? So it's not unclear what happened. Yeah.
All right, so 15,
18 and 26 both hit, yeah.
and I'm going to get out of Ririn's way.
Yeah, it's pretty wounded now. Okay. It is its turn again, though. And let's see. It's going to dispel your enlarge. It dispels your enlarge and then kind of peers over. It's like, see how you like? Oh wait, you're still confused. Never mind. And it's going to attack you with its pincer again. It actually gets to do it twice, even when it casts the spell. So that's a 20 and a 22. Okay, so 15 and 13 is 28.
Ouch.
And you are grappled again.
This is not looking good, folks.
It's you've hurt it a lot too, but like this thing is definitely good for like the rest of you are playing it smart by not staying close.
Yeah.
Okay, Ririn, it's your
Perhaps I should
turn
have
again.
risked the
So
opportunity.
please
Yeah.
roll another d10 for me.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, you do not move or take actions this turn, but you can repeat your saving throw.
Okay. 0.
Oh, wow.
God.
You are super confused. Like, wait, what? Yeah. Okay. So you're still confused. Vera, your turn.
Okay.
Things looking
seeing-
pretty bad now.
Yeah. See, it's looking pretty bad, or
Yeah.
things are looking pretty. Okay.
It's the monster is pretty hurt.
Okay. Well then, I'm
It's
not going to do anything
bleeding
fancy.
Gross black blood everywhere.
Just roll forward and try to impale it with my rapier.
All right. 25 will hit.
I think that'll hit.
Sneak attack because you got an ally nearby?
Yep.
Okay. So 35.
Nice. Good roll.
And that's enough. How do you finish it off?
Roll forward, run my rapier up through its gut, swing the crossbow bolt around, but then see that it's already falling and going, well, that was no fun at all, and pull the sword back out again.
All right. Yes. So you as it is, its eyes are rolling back up in its head and it's sort of falling into consciousness. It's like, see, if I can't actually be killed on this plane, like I'm just gonna reappear in the abyss, which is where I wanted to go anyway. So it was fun having fighting
You
with
could
you
have
guys,
told us that. We could have just stabbed you repeatedly.
and then I wouldn't have gotten to fight you.
Man, the extended death scenes with these guys.
Oh. Well, that was a thing that
Yeah.
happened.
I need a rest.
Yes.
Okay, who besides me really needs healing?
I'm
I'm down 23.
I'm only down 15, so I'm pretty much fine.
I'm down 29.
Oh, okay.
I think a rest is in order. A short rest. Roll some hit dice.
Yep. That
All right,
sounds like a
short
plan.
rest. Nice, comfortable place to do it in. Torture chamber.
Yeah.
Spattered with blood and gore everywhere.
Well,
Jeez.
it's quieter.
It's
Just
relaxing.
careful where you step.
It's quieter than it was for sure.
Well, no, I mean it's quieter than the room back there.
All right. Yeah. So if you're taking short rest, you can go ahead and roll your hit dice. Smells pretty bad in here. Almost like they've been torturing demons in it for a while. And they don't really get janitorial in very often.
There we go.
I'm actually going to take a short break myself and be right back. One moment.
That perioperative wound closure that I negotiated for when we first started this whole thing has been very, very useful.
Yes. It's nice to have a non-linear game to play.
So, source word. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Rearin.
Reardon.
Rearin. No D.
Rearin.
Yes.
Do you have that spell that can clean up clothing and that sort of thing?
Let me check. Yes, as a matter of fact, yes.
Because I've gotten a significant amount of whatever that thing was blood on me, and I'd
Sure.
I'd wonder if you could remedy that situation.
Yeah, just squeeze it into a box no bigger than 1 cubic foot, and I'll have no problem.
You need a box?
Well, it's a shape, no, but it has to be kind of wadded up. I can't do like parts of an object. The whole object has to fit inside 2 hands.
Is this mending?
Prestidigitation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Both mending and prestidigitation are spells that I feel like I've seen a lot of variation in terms of how they're applied. Like, for example, mending specifies, like, can only be so big, right? But does that mean, for example, if you had a big wall with a crack in it, can you only mend... Like, can you still mend on that crack as long as the crack is only so big? Or does the entirety of the object being mended have to fit in that space?
The way, I mean, considering that if you the broader you interpret it, the crazier the economy gets.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to interpret it pretty narrowly.
Yeah.
Like, if it says an object no bigger than 1 cubic feet, then the object has to be no bigger than 1 cubic foot.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's so since a garment can usually be squeezed down into a 1 cubic foot space, then a garment could be mended.
Mm-hmm.
But a wagon wheel is bigger than a cubic foot.
Right.
Even if you just take the volume that it itself takes up rather than like the volume of a box that would enclose it, it's still bigger than a cubic foot. So.
Still more useful than Ocula Reparum, which is apparently exclusively for fixing glasses. Although, you can imagine why wizards would find that a necessary spell.
Yes. Well, what I wonder is why a wizard who does not wear glasses would learn it, except if you're a know-it-all who wants to know all the fucking spells.
Well, that, and also, I could imagine Year 1 Hermione already imagining a little hypothetical scenario about how she's going to make all these friends at wizard school, and maybe if one of them has broken glasses, I'll be able to show off and fix their glasses, and won't that be cool, and then we'll be friends.
Yep.
I could totally imagine her learning the spell for that very purpose.
Or just because it's another spell she can learn before she even gets there.
Yeah.
Right. That it totally in character for her.
Yeah.
Not and it does kind of reveal her character, and we're completely off the topic.
Yep. No, you guys sat in a torture chamber for an hour. How do you feel about that?
Well,
they were torturing demons. I'm not too worried.
Yeah, mildly traumatized.
As Riordan apparently can't easily clean the scummy blood off my.
No. The garment is less than a cubic foot. I can clean it up, no problem.
Ah, all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
He has tide.
Has to be removed though, and
I don't
squished
feel
into a
like
ball.
doing that right now.
How tall are you?
Oh, I don't know. How tall do high elves get?
High elves, according to the book, are really approximately human-sized, but a little bit more slender in build.
Okay,
Okay, so what I was thinking is if you did want to go through all of that, the boys could be closer to the other door, and I can spread my wings and shield you.
Would you be so kind?
Absolutely.
All right.
So, Kathuki is acting as a changing screen.
Getting that nice stretch on. Wiggling the pinion feathers.
Yeah, feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Clean it off, hand it back.
nothing like good stretch after a nice demon slaying workout.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sometimes after beheading a monster, you really just need to kick back.
Yeah. After this, I am finding a spa.
I know some good ones. I'm sure I can help you. I can help you in that if we end up in the same place when all this is over.
That is always the question.
Yes.
These pikes, do they count as spears? Or what?
I mean, strictly speaking, a pike is a weapon type, but I mean, it's like
okay.
a spear. It's kind
Okay,
of more optimized for it's a reach weapon, a reach melee weapon.
Right. I'm just looking up whether it's martial or simple.
Oh, I think it is martial.
Yep, you're right. It is. Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, let's see. Compared
Wow.
to a spear, it does a 1d10 instead of a 1d6.
Yep.
It does
Okay.
not have the thrown ability,
Right. And it's heavy.
but
Yeah.
it does have a reach.
Yeah. Oh no, just if it was a spear, then I could use it because it's a simple weapon. And just, so okay. Okay.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to head through these other doors here, or are we? Going
Yes,
to...
we are.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Sure.
since
In
it
the
seems
future, when somebody implores us to free them, I suggest we ignore them.
That was my thought since before.
Well, you
All right.
were all about freeing the fire elemental.
Different. It was in our way. I already went over this.
All right, so you open this door and you immediately see there's a white gate right there.
Okay.
I think we went the wrong way.
It's possible, I suppose.
Did our employer?
Well, she said to just keep on going in that direction. I'm not sure what this is.
She did also say he was in this zone.
Yeah. And crossing a white gate would change the zone. Let me
No,
check on the map.
would it though?
Yes. Well, I guess not always. Not always.
Let's check the map.
Yeah. Marin pulls out the map again, has another look. And it seems like we're still in this in the abyssal prison zone.
Yeah.
And this will lead to more of that. Looks like it leads to some kind of a prison from the map.
Yeah.
Funny that.
And looking back at that plus-shaped room that we just came from, it looks like there's a larger room on that one side that we didn't try.
Yeah.
But the door's on the west. He heard voices through that door, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's go back and check that room.
Okay.
Not the one with the faces on it.
Yeah, not the one with the angelic stuff.
Right.
That one, according to the map, doesn't lead anywhere. So it's more likely to be some kind of trap.
All right. Well, let me very
Or
quiet.
a closet.
Yes, it's the hidden closet.
Of doom.
Yes.
Very quietly push this one open and see where it leads.
Okay. Make a stealth check
Okay.
to very quietly push it open.
And I'll be using my skill thingamabob, so it's actually a 19.
Okay. 19. Okay. All right. I'm going to. So here's what you see. Open the room here, and tapestries line the walls of these well-appointed living quarters. Standing screens divide the space into smaller sections containing couches, tables, and desks. And although they are not getting surprise round against you, neither are you getting one against them, because they appear as you enter with these four armored undead warriors, and this and past the screen you see another another figure. They appear to have been waiting for someone to come through the door to attack. So we're all going to roll initiative. Clear out the and then specifically, you hear the figure behind there saying, "Sas Tom sent you, didn't he? Well, you're not going to catch me napping."
Do you want point of order? Do undead actually nap?
We rest. It's a thing.
All right. Just asking. Just asking. I didn't know. I'm an elf. We don't sleep.
Yeah, I would imagine sleeping is something that's like you're certainly familiar that lots of other races do it, but boy, just go unconscious for a third of every day seems super inconvenient.
Inefficient.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, let me give you. I think you guys already have a handout for the Dread Warrior. Am I right?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Let me give you a handout for this guy. Technically, you don't fully see him yet, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the handout.
I love that he's running. Is that a dagger or his tongue? That the Dread Warrior is running with it hanging out. It looks like it's bleeding.
Could be.
That is the sword that's in the back of his
I was
neck.
going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got everybody on there. Let's do this thing. Okay. So Kathuki, you have heard through the door as soon as Vera was opening it. You've heard that stuff's going on.
Okay.
You heard the shouting.
Okay, so
or the,
this...
hushed, like, sort of voices.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I'll run over here and... Oh, look, there's a Dread Warrior thing that I can attack. Woo!
Alright.
Dagger, and talons.
The 16 doesn't hit, but the 19 and the 22 do.
Alright, so that would be 15.
Alright. Yes, you lash out at it, doing that much damage to it. Alright.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go out of turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. This guy, what is he gonna do? Yeah, let's see. He is going to peek around the side of this screen here, and oh, he's got all sorts of good stuff, man. Let's see. Nah, I don't think he would do that yet, but he would do this. A 20-foot radius as he kind of points out.
Counterspell!
Okay. All right, roll it.
I'm actually going to cast it at 5th level.
Okay, so at 5th level, then you dissipate his spell, and he is wait. So at 5th level,
Okay.
Okay.
With cast the spell using a slot of 4th level or higher, the
Right.
interrupted spell is no spec.
Yes.
This level is less than or equal to the level spell slot.
Yeah. So you have dispelled his spell, and I think he is going to, um, uh, uh, I think he's just going to hiss at you and says, "Oh, well, I guess I do need to start with the big guns." All right. That was his turn, and then he ducks back behind the screen. Okay, Rearin, it is your turn now.
Okay, I'm going to step up here and cast Sunbeam. I'm going to put the beam so that it hits the wizard behind the screen and the Dread Warrior that's directly in front of us.
He is going to counterspell your spell.
Aha! Is he casting it at 6th level?
No, but I'll.
So he has to roll.
Let's see. Yeah.
He needs to make a 16.
Let's see. What is his? Oh, let's see. Plus, yeah. He does.
He has a, wait. You gave him he's got a +9 on his intelligence?
Guess what this guy is?
I thought it was a Constitution save.
No, it's a
No. So this was
+9 would mean his intelligence is 28.
Well, it depends on whether or not his spellcasting ability modifier for spell attacks is not necessarily the same as his intelligence modifier.
Oh, okay. All right.
I thought that's how it worked. Isn't that what you did?
No, I've just been adding my charisma modifier.
Okay, well, in that case, then I'll rule that we're going to do it the same way then. So it is, instead of a 22, it is only a 17.
Which is still enough.
Yeah.
He has a spell attack bonus of +9.
Okay, but that is his reaction. So.
Yep. All right. And then he is going to use a legendary action to peek around and shoot a firebolt at you. Does 13 hit you?
13 does not hit me. It bounces off my mage armor.
Oh well. Oh well. All right. So that is Ririn's turn, or were you going to do anything else?
Yeah. No, but I'm gonna duck back out of. Nope. I'm just gonna back up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Vera.
Okay. There, and Stabity, this dude.
All right.
Bonk.
23 hits.
Okay, and blah, 29 damage.
Still kills it.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Destroy
not
that
so
one.
bad.
Yeah.
And as a bonus action, I will shoot my hand crossbow at this dude.
Okay. 26 will hit. Yeah.
14 damage.
No, the +5 is only if it was the crit.
Oh, okay.
Only if you had advantage.
9 damage.
Still 9 though. Yeah. All right. And this guy peeks out from around the corner again and shoots a firebolt at you.
Well, that's unkind.
It's an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
All right, so that's 18 fire damage.
Okay.
Okay. All right. gonna move
Look.
at all?
Yes. I will move. If I move here, is the screen to my left blocking this guy or no?
It's a little bit unclear on the grid. Like if I move him, you can see that he's standing in a
Oh,
gap.
Okay.
So technically speaking, where you are, the screen is between you and that guy.
Okay, then I will move there.
All right. Yeah, so I can move him briefly just so you can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. And after getting hit with the firebolt, I'll say, "Look, your arguments with the sorcerer. Do shoot things at him."
Like, you killed my dread warrior.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
Technically.
you, was it?
Yeah. Speaking of which,
The warrior's turn.
Yeah, the dead warrior's turn. This one is going to go up and attack you, Kathuki, and make 2 battle axe attacks at you. It's a 20 and a 16.
The 20 hits, the 16 does not.
So that's 11 slashing damage. And then these 2 are going to attack you, Vera.
Okay.
So that's 2 15s from the first one.
Both miss.
And then the second one gets a 12 and a 19.
Okay, for the 19, I will use Defensive Duelist to add 4 to my AC retroactively, so they all miss.
Oh, okay. Is that a one-time thing, or how does that work?
That's a feat. I can use it as my reaction.
Oh, okay, 4. Yeah. So 1 reaction per round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you're getting a firebolt at you, Kathuki, from this guy who peeks around from behind the screen again.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
So 16 fire damage.
Ow! Dude! Feathers!
Araven, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to enter the room. And
How's your HP so low already? Did you not use very many hit dice or something?
I was down to 13.
Oh, okay.
I used 5 of my hit dice. I decided to just leave a bunch in reserve.
All right. Fair warning, you are fighting a tough guy. You could probably be clued in by the fact that he has legendary actions.
Yeah. I'm going to turn undead, the 3 warriors.
Okay, yeah, good. So they're going to each make their saving throw, the 3 of them left to right. Fail. Success.
Nuts.
But the one that fails, though, is just immediately incinerated.
Okay.
And once again, I have deleted one. So, I don't... Yeah.
You know what you need to do is have one that's like off the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were 5 or whatever. I don't care. But they were right there. Okay. So that's your turn. Are you going to do anything else or move or anything from there?
I am going to... I'm going to move. I'm trying to decide where to. We'll just back up a couple squares.
Oops. Sorry, I did not mean to use that. So, that is a thing he can do, but that he did not use it just now. All right. Okay, so you have moved there. That is your turn.
Yep.
Kathuki, you're up.
Okay. So, this guy who's closest to me. Dagger.
Critical.
Double crit.
Talon.
So the 17s both miss.
Okay.
These things are pretty heavily armored. So you do get the 8 damage from that first crit, though.
Okay.
So yeah, you've hacked at this thing a little bit more, but it's still pretty tough. Okay, and so now this figure back here, once again, he just yells out, "Is like, look, I've got no further quarrel with Sastam. I want to just leave the whole thing in the past." And then he's going to he's got so much good stuff he can do. But what? Yeah, that's fun. Okay. All right. He is going to peek around and let's see. That's a 20-foot square.
Is he casting a spell?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to counter it again. I'm going to use it at 3rd level.
Okay, at 3rd level you do need to roll.
Okay, I figured I probably would. 17.
All right, once again.
That
That is really annoying. Can't keep that
really
up forever.
the best part of this duel is that the two spellcasters are literally making sure neither of them do anything.
Yeah.
Well, he's got those legendary actions with those firebolts, and they're pretty heavy duty. But,
True.
But I'm keeping him from doing anything major.
I just like the idea of the two of you just squaring off and stopping each other from doing things.
I'm fine with it that way, but I really like to be able to get a spell off.
Sure.
I dig.
Yeah. All right. So I think, that's his turn. So you're up, Marin.
Okay, I'm going to cast Animate Objects at level 5.
And he is going to counterspell you again.
Okay.
Although he's just doing regular level 3 counterspell.
Okay.
Relying on his intelligence to...
Okay. It's a 5th level spell. He needs to make a 15.
He does.
Oof.
Oh,
You
phooey.
did.
You know, some small part of me thinks that really neither you nor he are actually doing anything. You're just kind of like winking at each other and being like, yeah, make it look like we're doing something really cool now.
Yeah.
For some reason, the word filibuster is stuck in my head.
Yes. Magical filibuster.
Yeah, just don't start taking off shoes.
And so then I think after you have taken your turn, he is now going to fix his gaze on... Oh, no, that's within 10 feet. Yeah, I think...
He would have to actually step out from behind the curtain.
Right, so I think he is going to instead just... he's actually going to use... No, just Firebolt again.
Okay.
It's a classic. On you,
Can't go wrong with that.
Rarin.
I will use... Oh, I already used my reaction to counter... No, it was just my turn, so I got my reaction.
Yes.
I'm going to use Shield to boost my armor class to 21.
All right.
But now I can't counterspell shit, so...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was running out of slots anyways.
Yep.
All right. Vera, you're up.
Okay. I am going to... Hold on a minute. Just checking something real fast. I am going to take a slash at the dude what is right next to me.
All right. Okay, yeah. A critical hit will hit. Yep.
Okay. No, I don't double the sneak attack, right? Just the regular?
You double all dice. You do double the sneak attack.
Okay. So
So it's 13 for just the regular attack, and then just roll double however many you would normally do for a sneak attack.
okay. So that's
Yeah. Yeah, you take this thing's head off,
okay.
which is a neat trick with a rapier.
Yep. Then move there. Actually, move there. And bonus action, shoot the guy with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
So there. Dispel this!
I can't. It's a physical object.
And I crit it.
Crit.
Yeah. And with the crit, that definitely hits. Yeah. I was just trying to think. It's like, is there actually anything he would do with that? I don't know.
14 damage. Dunk.
Yeah. He does, however, only take 7, unless it's a magic crossbow.
It is not.
Ow! Stop that. All right.
Stop shooting firebolts, and I will.
I deleted the Dread Warriors again.
Will it make you feel better if I kill this next one?
Yeah. I think you should do that. I think that's where they were.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
Seems right.
Okay. He's going to repay your crossbow bolt with a firebolt.
Oh, of course.
Oh, but that's only a 10.
That will miss. I
That's
said, stop with the firebolts, and I'll stop shooting you.
yeah. All right. I think he's going to say, no deal. I'm usually better. Okay. It is the Dread Warrior's turn, and I think it's going to continue to attack you, Kathuki.
Mm-hmm.
21 probably hits.
Yeah.
12 slashing damage, but then that 8 I'm sure misses. Okay. Aravan, your turn.
Yep. Sacred flame on our master of ceremonies here.
Alright, the big guy here.
Yep.
Alright. Dexterity saving throw? It's not actually, he's fairly dexterous for an undead wizard, but not when he rolls like that.
Not that desperate.
Alright, so he's going to take 15 radiant damage. Alright. Okay. Alright, so that's your turn, Aravan. Are you moving at all?
Gonna sneak in here behind the warrior, sandwich him.
Alright. Okay. I think you're getting another firebolt. There, Vera.
Okay.
16.
Will miss.
Ah. Alright. I think he's frustrated. That's not cool!
Of course not. It's fire. What
In
kind of mage are
hindsight,
you?
I should have used one of my other attacks instead of 2 firebolts. But I think that's only knowing now that I missed both times, so... You live and you learn. And then sometimes you die and you continue learning. That's kind of what I did. It's sort of my deal. So Kathuki, your turn.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Dagger.
Alright.
15 will miss, right?
15 misses, correct.
Dagger, 17 misses.
17 misses.
Okay. Talons.
20 will hit.
Yeah. So 8.
Yeah, so it's not quite done yet. It's pretty injured, but not quite out.
Okay, and I want to shift up here. I'm not getting out of its melee range,
Right.
but I wanted to kind of sort of get out of this guy's
Well, yeah.
line of sight. Easy
Fair.
line of sight. Because Ican has a plan.
All right.
Maybe.
Let's see. All right, that's your turn, and then I think he'll just kind of say, "All right, enough of this," and he is going to begin casting another spell.
Um, do I have a counterspell at this point, or did
You do not have your reaction because you used it for shield
Yeah.
this last turn.
Right. So
Yeah,
nope, no counterspell.
he's casting Circle of Death. Oops.
Boy, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's not for you anyway. That DC 0 is not correct. But let me draw on here. Wait, hang on. Draw shape. Technically, it's a circle, but the circle is big enough that it's going to just encompass this whole area here. So.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Well, strictly speaking, I'm being a little bit loose with it. What it actually does is a 60-foot radius sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, actually including the Dread Warrior, who fails. And so if you... So the actual DC is not that 0 that's there. It is... What is it? 17.
Okay.
So it
Okay,
looks
so I made
like...
it.
Yeah.
Vera's the only one who didn't make it.
Right. So, those of you who succeeded are going to take half damage.
8.
Oh, yeah. It rolled it already. And boy, actually, 17 is a super low roll for that spell.
Yeah, you roll 3 1s, a 2, 2 2s, and 2 3s.
8d6.
Oof.
Should have been more like
Yeah.
28.
Yeah. So if you succeeded, then that's only 8 necrotic damage. Otherwise, it is all 17 for you, Vera. And then let's see. And it, yeah. I think after he does that, and it's so weak, as this enormous sphere of necrotic energy comes up. And then it's kind of a weak one, and he just kind of says, "I am having the worst day. That was supposed to kill you all."
It's only getting started.
Yeah, so that's actually, it kills his Dread Warrior.
Oh yeah.
He says,
Oh yeah.
"Would it be rude of me to ask you to go back into the hallway so I can fireball you without ruining my stuff?"
Rude? No. Wise? Also no.
Yeah.
I have given that it's now my turn. Christiana, are the passages here big enough for a huge creature to negotiate?
They would have to squeeze. They're 10 feet. So
Okay.
that would mean yes at half speed.
Okay. Okay. Give me just a minute then.
Okay. Well, I think while we're waiting for you.
Here's what I'm going to do. I will come back with the actual stats in a minute.
Okay.
But he's dodging back out of line of sight of the guy so that he can't counterspell,
Okay.
and then casting polymorph on himself.
Okay.
And I will tell you what he's polymorphed into when I pick the critter.
Okay.
Because I'm basically looking for something that's dangerous but not huge. So,
Right. Like, now, a large creature could be...
yeah, would have not have a problem.
Okay.
But so far, the giant ape and the mammoth are probably both too big. Though a mammoth is kind of a compact kind of huge.
Well, a mammoth, I'm not sure what its specific stats are. Any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than your level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
well, the giant ape was. I mean, I'm looking for the list of the higher challenge ratings is not tremendous.
Okay. Well, while you're figuring that out, he is actually going to
Yeah.
take his legendary action and cast Let's see. Yeah, and he's going to cast Paralyzing Touch use Paralyzing Touch on you, Vera.
Okay.
And so that's a 25 to hit. So
That'll
you need to make
definitely hit.
another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Need it.
Okay, you do succeed. So you are not paralyzed.
Thank
You
God.
do take 8 cold damage.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you're turning into a mammoth.
Give me one moment just to check one thing. Nope, that's a monstrosity. It doesn't count. Yeah, let's go with a mammoth.
Okay. And did you find the stats for that?
I will have them momentarily.
Okay. I don't know if that there are official mammoth stats.
Yeah, well, it's in the compendium, so yeah, it's a huge beast. 126 hit points should give me a nice buffer.
Okay.
So,
It is concentration though, so.
yeah, I know.
All right. So, is it large or huge?
It is huge.
Okay, so I don't have a token, so for
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
all right. Are you moving or doing anything now that you have polymorphed yourself?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to use the mammoth's trampling charge and charge into the room.
So because you're moving half speed through these hallways.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's what
all
I
right.
was saying when you need to squeeze. So
All right. So he's gonna move. So his move is 40. So move 20 feet forward. I'm right here.
okay.
Okay,
And I think this guy's gonna just finished failing to paralyze Vera and maybe just catches a glimpse of you and is just like, holy crap! All right.
Is the ceiling in that room higher than the hallways?
Well, so once you're not, I'm saying you're squeezing by left and right, like you're sort of.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's because it's narrow. So once
Okay.
you get in there, you're not squeezing, but it's also
Okay.
a narrow room. So I don't know how much space
Yeah.
you need to do your charge.
20 feet.
Okay.
20
All
feet.
right.
Yeah. So I should
Okay,
be able to do it next round.
So that was Ririn's turn. Vera, your turn.
Okay. I am going to use my cantrip, Booming Blade,
Okay.
and take a slash at this dude.
All right.
18 hit.
It would hit, but he uses his reaction to cast shield.
Bastard. Okay, then,
So your blade is deflected off of a magical force field.
okay. Not much else to be done then. I am going to disengage.
Okay.
That means he can't counterspell now, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay, and so that was Vera's turn. So Erevan, your turn. Is that
Sacred
Sacred
Flame.
Flame?
Sacred
again?
Flame.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
He's able to dodge that one.
Hold on.
Okay. Kathuki.
Okay. How do I want to do this?
don't get in my way.
That's what I was thinking, because undead things don't like radiant damage.
Right.
I have a thing
Okay.
called Searing Sunburst that I can do with a 20-foot radius sphere. Where he has to make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 radiant damage. And now that Vera is out of the way, I think I'm going to cast that.
Okay. Is that persistent or is it just for the one attack?
Create an orb and hurl it at a point
Oh,
you
okay.
choose within 150 feet.
Yeah. All
Or
right.
it erupts in a breeze. So just a 1 point thing.
Right. Okay. So he makes a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, and let me.
Gets a
Ooh.
19. So let's see. Orte, if they. Yeah. Okay. So it's no damage if they dodge though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or if they
yeah. So
resist.
it's like Sacred Flame,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a distance weapon. I don't have many of those.
I think he's just groaning. It's like, who are you people? And I think he's you would have had to get yourself line of sight to do that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but the bed is like within line of sight there. So
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
I could
Okay,
move
that's
like
true.
right
Yeah,
here
no,
and
that's
then
true.
move back.
No, yeah. Okay, yeah, you would have been fine. Okay, so it is his turn again, and he's just gonna say like, try counterspelling this as a mammoth, and he's going to cast black tentacles. Again, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't have the DC correct, which is still 17. But first, let me describe what's happening here. This is a 20-foot square, which I'm going to have be... like that. Actually, you know what? That doesn't make sense. Not like that. He would be smarter with it. Yeah. It is like that. And a tear appears in space, and emerging from it, squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground, and they turn the ground into difficult terrain. And there's no damage immediately, but if when you start your turn in it or enter it, we'll do rolls. All right. Yeah. So that's what he does. And then I think he is going to. Oops, he's going to move up here and cast a firebolt at you, Kathuki.
Okay.
$18 to hit.
Yep, I am in some serious need of healing.
All right. Okay, so that's his turn. Ririn, you're up. But now there's squirming black tentacles all over the floor.
Well, so so I'm going to voluntarily enter the space.
Okay, so when you enter the space for the first time, let's see. Make a dexterity saving throw first.
Mm-hmm. 2.
Okay, so that's a failure, which means that you are going to take 3d6 bludgeoning damage from these flailing tentacles.
Okay.
And you are restrained.
Okay. Does being restrained mean, okay, that's 12 damage, so let me take that off the mammoth's hit points.
Mm-hmm. Being restrained means your move is reduced to 0, and
okay.
So you can.
So I also have to make a Constitution save to maintain concentration. Right?
Well, yes, you do that, and so you succeed. So you're still polymorphed. You're restrained, and then
my gore attack has a 10-foot reach, so I can hit him.
You know what? So is that just a regular attack?
Yeah, it's a +10 to hit, does 4d8 plus 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
So, +10 to hit, so let me roll that. Uh, 22.
Okay, hang on. This is a complicated spell. Okay. All right. So yes, your 22 is a hit.
Okay. 19 damage.
Okay. He seems to not take as much punishment from the physical as you would have hoped. The physical impact of that.
Okay.
All right. And then so that was your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wait, and
moved
so
and then attacked.
wait. So technically speaking, when you are restrained, attacks are made with disadvantage.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
actually a miss.
Well, no, I get to roll. I have to roll a second time, right?
It did roll the 20, and the 7 is the
No,
two rolls.
No, that's a Constitution.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that was a
right. I'm
save
sorry.
throw.
Okay, so do roll again then.
Okay, the second roll is a 14.
Okay, I'm sorry. 14 does miss.
Okay.
So, you can, because you are restrained, you can attempt to break the restraint of the tentacles.
Yeah, that's an action.
Yeah.
So I was going to end my round there anyways, so I can
Okay.
try and break it next round.
Yeah. So that's. I would say too that by doing that you have now like trampled the screen that was there and it's no longer blocking line of sight.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and he is going to, on his turn. No, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's not his turn yet. It is just his legendary action, but he is going to cast a firebolt at you.
Okay.
That's a 12 to hit. What's your mammoth
12.
AC?
Well, he's got advantage,
Oh, but
so
it's
it's actually
advantage.
20.
Yeah, it is the 20.
So yeah, 19 damage off of my mammoth HP
Yeah,
leaves me with 95.
and a concentration check.
25.
Okay, yeah. So you are able to maintain the concentration. Okay. That's the end of your turn, and then his legendary action. Vera, the battlefield has gotten very strange in the last few attacks.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, well.
Now he is within reach of me, so that you can get your like rogue sneak attack stuff going on.
Yep. Leap up onto the bed and hit him with a pillow. No.
Pillow fight!
Pillow fight!
Now we're talking. See if you guys had opened with that.
That's a miss, though.
Okay. Yeah, 12 does miss. Yeah. Okay. And I think he is going to. Let's see. Yeah, those are both. So I think he's gonna firebolt at you with disadvantage because you're in melee range.
Okay.
But he's gonna do it anyway. Oh, and they're both the same. So 17, does that hit?
That will just miss.
Ooh. All right. Okay, so that was Vera's turn. Erevan.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Kathuki.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, incidentally, so you can, but before we resolve that, just in case it changes anything, first I need you to make a dexterity saving throw against all the tentacles that are surrounding you.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my sheet back up here. Wait, I better cancel that.
Yeah, so this is a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Let's score.
Uh-huh.
Apparently not.
Yeah. So that is you take 6 bludgeoning damage from these flailing tentacles, and they wrap around you, and you are restrained. You can still cast Cure Wounds, or you can try to break the restraint.
Now I'm going to try and break the restraint. Athletics check?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Well, my strength score is higher than my dex.
Okay, and you needed a 17 because this one is the DC. Yeah, so you are still restrained. by these tentacles. All right. That's Erevan's turn, and then one more firebolt at disadvantage against you, Vera. Nope. That's a miss. So, Kathuki, you're up, but first, dexterity saving throw.
All right. I have evasion,
Okay.
which lets me dodge out of the way of area of effect spells. So I'm taking no damage or half damage.
Well, so in this spell, you take no damage if you avoid it anyway.
Okay, so 25.
Okay, so yeah, that is a success. Hang on, let me actually confirm that I'm right about that. Yeah, that's correct. So you only take the damage if you fail the throw. There's not a half damage if you succeed anyway. And so you would take no damage instead of half damage, but it's already a spell that doesn't do that. So you are not restrained by these tentacles. However, you are still in the area where they will continue to try.
Okay, so I'm going to back up to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to try that. Well, hold on, let me think. I was right here. All right, so before I move, let me double check what I want to do.
All right.
Because I could get to here and do dagger talons on him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move a little further so that you're next to Avira to leave some room for me to come in there? Yes.
Sure.
I need lots of room.
Yeah, you are a big thing.
Yes. And there's absolutely no way of anybody knowing that this is actually Ririn, except it couldn't be anybody else.
Right.
Yeah. It's like
everybody else is accounted for.
You know, it's either Ririn or it's just some other friendly helping mammoth.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. Because I do have my burning hands that I can use as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's like a cone.
Yeah, and it would hit me.
Of attack. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any angle you could get where it won't hit Vera or. Ririn.
Yeah. So, just do my normal dagger, and talons, and if I die, please somebody revive me or something.
He actually uses, well...
I can see him trying to avoid the crit, or using something to avoid the crit, but I've got this other 26.
What I was just going to say is that I think he does use shield, but it only ends up blocking... Well, no, never mind. He's not going to use shield. Never mind. He's taking the hits.
All right, so 12, 18. Does 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Okay, so 18 total.
Yeah, and it being magic with that dagger, he did not expect that. You hurt him more than he expected there. And he's just gonna... Yeah. I think I had him use all 3 of his legendary actions that round, so, like, now that it's his... I mean, it's just his turn again, so I guess he doesn't have to... Alright, he is going to... Let's see. Yeah, what is he gonna do?
I hate it when you sound like that. Because it puts me in mind of that what am I going to do?
Yeah. He's got some good stuff. I think he is actually going to use... He is, from the perspective of Kathuki and... from the perspective of Kathuki and Vera, he just disappears. But he is actually just teleported to this corner of the room. And so Ririn and Erevan would see where he reappeared, but there's this other screen that blocks him from where you guys. So you didn't see, the two of you didn't see where he went. And he is going to actually, yeah, and then he's going to cast another firebolt at you with advantage, Ririn, which misses anyway. Okay, Ririn, it is your turn. By the way, you're fighting a lich, just in case that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, no, that's pretty clear, yeah. Tim, your turn.
No, Ririn.
No, really?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. All right, I'm going to try and break free of the
The
Tentacles.
tentacles.
tentacles. So that is a D20 plus.
So before you take your action, because you stayed restrained,
Oh, yeah.
you get another 3d6 of bludgeoning.
Okay.
So that's another 12 bludgeoning, and I need a concentration check. Then you can take your action.
Okay. 23.
Maintain concentration. And so now you can make your...
Roll the 21 on the escape attempt.
All right, yeah, that's a success.
Okay. And then I cross the room. 20 feet is a long enough distance to get my charge.
But until you're out of the square, it's difficult terrain. You're only moving half speed.
Right, but he's got a 40-foot move. So,
right, but if the charge says you need to move 20
feet? All right.
I feel like if you're moving well, okay, you know what? The rule doesn't say anything about... Because difficult terrain, what it says is it costs additional movement for every...
Yeah.
Costs
Wait,
2
hold on,
feet. But
hold
if
on.
you have enough... you know what? I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay. The problem is there isn't actually room to get up speed because there's only 15 feet between me and him, and I need to make 20 feet of distance.
Yeah,
so I can't do that. And I already used my action to get out, so so I can't do that. So I just moved out of the area. That's all I did, and just staring at him.
All right. He's going to shoot Ray of Frost at you.
See, he knows.
It's at disadvantage because it's point blank range, though.
And he misses.
And he misses.
And this is a mammoth, okay? It's got huge shaggy fur.
I know, and it's right there, and he missed. Sometimes those rules.
Oh no! It just hit the fur, right?
Yeah.
It just hit the fur.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I don't know. The Ice Age did a job on the mammoths.
True. Okay, so that was the end of Ririn's turn. Vera, you're up. You hadn't seen where he went, but you also did just see where your mammoth buddy.
Yeah, well, he also stumped the screen.
But he's also now on the other side of a mammoth from you.
Yes.
Okay. So, how much give is there between the top of the mammoth and the ceiling?
I would say only 2 or 3 feet.
Okay. Then I will...
There's more give underneath.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm going to run underneath the mammoth.
All right. I'm going to ask for a dexterity check.
Sure. Can I do acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Nice.
Fine.
Very good.
Do a nice little roll underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And gonna try the stabbing thing, which has only been marginally successful. 18 hits.
He's going to use shield.
Okay.
It's a first level spell. He can't just keep on doing that forever.
Yeah. All right. So with shield, it's a miss.
Okay. And then because of that, I will go over here.
All right. Okay. That's Vera's turn. Okay, and then I think you've got him literally cornered now. He doesn't appreciate it. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, he's gonna shoot a firebolt at you as you retreat. Vera, that's a 17 to hit.
Just misses.
Right,
Still needs an
that's right.
18, just like
Yep.
before.
Yep. Okay, so Aravan, your turn. But I need another first because you did not break the restraint last time. You're gonna take another 3d6, which is 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And now you can use your action to try to break the restraint again if you want. Or you,
Yep. What's that? A dex saving throw?
No, it's this time it's athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Athletics then.
Yay!
That work?
17 is a success, so you are able to pull free of the tentacle's grasp with your action, but you can still move, so you could move out of the square if you want.
Yeah, absolutely getting out of the square. So
Yeah.
let's maybe get over here. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Aravan's turn. Kathuki.
Okay. Huh. If I moved up to here, do I have enough of a line of sight on this guy to throw that radiant sunburst again?
I mean, you would. I would allow that, but your friends are not immune to it, I don't think.
No.
No.
Go ahead and just attack him.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So I will also slide underneath the mammoth. I'm considerably shorter. I don't know that I
Fly
necessarily.
over the top of it.
Yeah, that's right. You got wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll fly over his head.
All right.
And let's see. Dagger. That misses.
Okay.
Dagger 22 would hit.
22 hits. Yeah. Let me double check shield. Just because I think it does. It lasts for the. Yeah, for the round until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
So, but 22 is actually still enough, I think. Yeah. Yeah. The shield is still in effect, but the 22 and the 28, wow, both hit. So that's, 19 was 25. Yeah, he does not like that at all.
I wonder why.
Yeah. You've got him in a pinch there now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what's he got here. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, what he's actually going to do is apparently you see behind him on the wall a brief portal of mystical energy appears and he steps backwards through it. And I think you
Yeah, the doors are open.
Yeah, the doors are open, so maybe you would notice him over in the, once you look around, you might turn and see him having appeared out in the hallway like that. But at least at first, you see him disappear into a magical portal that closes behind him. And then he just kind of says, "I'm really pissed off. I have a lot of nice stuff in there." Then he's actually going to...
Oh, do the tentacles require him to make a concentration check for the damage he took?
Oh, you're right. It does. So let me...
Several of them, it seems.
Yeah, in fact, actually, at least 2. The 12 didn't hit. But yeah, so you're right. Let me And it is just Constitution check, correct?
Constitution save, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
That's what I've been
That's what
rolling.
you were rolling before.
If you guys were doing saves, then I'll do. He gets saves.
Yeah.
So that's 2 of them. A 25 is going to be enough to beat the first one, but a 12 is not enough to beat that crit.
Tentacles are
So
gone.
yeah, the tentacles are gone. Although that's going to change what he would have done just there. So instead of casting that dimension door, because the tentacles aren't there, he is instead going to use his regular teleport, which is only 30 feet, which gets him right here. And then he still can use the spell. He's going to cast Cloud Kill.
Not fireball?
Cloud kill's more damaging.
Oh, okay.
It also doesn't ruin his stuff.
Oh.
Well, I mean, fair.
Yeah. So what Cloud Kill does is a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog. And again, freehand, 20-foot radius sphere, which is going to basically fill the whole room. You know what? And I'm going to basically point it so it's like that.
Okay.
And this fog appears, and so on your turn, you will make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I keep the roll that I just made?
Um,
Because as soon as it's my turn.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Half
so
damage?
The 14 is not enough though.
I rolled a 21.
I got the 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 21 then is a success.
Half damage?
Yeah. Let me roll that. Oh, and the damage was already rolled. Yeah, so that's going to be 16.
Okay, so that
16
is...
poison damage.
Okay, I'm down to 67.
All right.
And he's still too close to charge, though. So...
Okay. So that was your saving throw then. So is it it's still your turn.
Right, so I'm going to just move up to him and smack him with a tusk.
Okay.
That's plus 10 to hit. 14
is
not
not
good
enough. He's able to dodge out of the way. And then I think as you do that, he's going to fix his gaze on you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Do I use the mammoth's wisdom or my own?
With polymorph, I believe you use the mammoths.
Okay, good, because it's got a better wisdom than I do. I got an 8, though, so I failed.
Okay. Yeah, I think just because I think the druids wild shape, they use their own or the animals if it's better. Polymorph, I believe, I'm just double checking it. Yeah. So, but because you failed, you are now frightened of the lich.
Okay.
Okay. So that is Viren's turn. Vera, your turn, but now you have your Constitution saving throw, so we're going to use that 14, which is a failure.
Fail, and that puts me out.
All right.
Vera just spins and coughs and drops.
All right.
Well, I have to make I have to make a save on the on the polymorph.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have been good enough.
Right. So let's just rule that you held your form long enough to make the attack. So
okay.
you do drop out of it now, but do you want to be still right up next to him?
10 feet away. How about?
That's fine. let me just.
Makes it easier to get out of the cloud fill, anyways.
And then you wanted to be what? Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. All right. So that's Vera's turn, and she, coughing and sputtering, goes unconscious. Okay. All right, so that would make it. Actually, he's gonna go ahead. No, never mind. He used his frightening gaze costs 2 actions, so he's not doing another legendary one yet. And he is going to. Yeah, so that's Vera's turn. Erevan, you're up.
Okay,
You are still within the
Constitution
smoke,
saving
so yeah. So that's a success. So you only take 16 poison damage.
Oh, how nice. I'm down to 3 now. Kind of wish I'd spent the rest of those hit dice now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can use your action to
Drag.
cure wounds.
Or drag
yeah,
Vera out of the
and
path.
yeah, so you're extremely wounded, and you're right on the border of the smoke though, and you know Vera is unconscious next to you, still in the smoke.
Okay, grab Vera and drag him outside the smoke.
All right, so go ahead and move to wherever you're moving.
Let's say right here.
Okay, and then like what? We'll
Yeah,
like that.
or the square right. Yeah, right there's fine.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna? I'll let you just do that with movement if you want.
Okay.
What's your action?
Action. I gotta pick more offensive spells next time, but I'll just cast Sacred Flame on our friend again.
Okay.
What?
No, I mean, however you want to do it. I assumed you were going to heal, but that's not, it's up
Oh.
to you. I mean, both
think about
you
this.
and, like, Vera
Yeah,
is unconscious
yeah.
next to you. You're very wounded. I'm just saying. It's up to you.
Yeah. If I was you, I would cast the highest level cure wounds you've got on Vera.
Or on yourself.
Or on yourself.
Yeah.
One or the other.
I've got the highest level. I've got is Mass Healing Word, which applies to.
No. Cast cure wounds on
Okay.
yourself
I see
at
what
the
you're
highest level slot you've got.
Okay. That would go up to 5. All right. So,
Okay.
and I've got 2 slots left. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself at 5th level.
Okay.
$19 points.
Okay.
Okay. So that gives
Man, you
me
got 2 1s in those.
22. And then I'll do the same for Vera.
Um,
Mm,
Can you do 2 actions?
I mean, you cast.
Oh, that's right. I used my action. Sorry.
Yeah. So you gained the healing, but yeah, you can't do it on both. Would you have changed
Okay.
that if you can only do it once, or? I mean, I think
No, I'm selfish.
that seems well.
Yeah, keep yourself up.
Keeping the
yourself
healer up is pretty
yeah.
important.
Keep the healer alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's your turn. And just to twist the knife, he's going to shoot a firebolt at you now.
Sweet.
Oh!
So 16.
Ouch!
Does that hit?
AC 17.
Oh,
Woo!
Oh,
Yay!
man.
Yay.
That much.
He
All
missed
right.
from
Yeah.
10 feet away. That's great. Well, my armor deflected it.
Well, yeah. So like you just barely avoided that one. That would have taken you back out again. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Kathuki, it is your turn. I need.
And I am
Constitution saving
immune to poison.
throw. Right.
Nice.
Wait. Are you thinking the belt of dwarven kind? I think you're just resistant.
No, I am immune to poison.
Right, the monk
Purity
thing.
of body.
Yeah.
Score.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to-
immune to poison damage. Nice work.
I'm going to get
Or, well,
right
you know.
here.
Nice class ability, I guess. But still.
I'm going to get right here and spend.
Okay, I want to just briefly
Yeah.
spend a moment on the cinematic of this. This poison cloud has just been messing up everybody. Vera goes unconscious. Erevan almost unconscious, barely dragging her out. Ririn loses his polymorph, and everyone's just coughing and wheezing, and this lich is and then meanwhile, Kuthuki emerges from this cloud of smoke, serene,
Okay. Because what I want to do now that I have him at an angle where I can't hurt my friends, I want to use my Searing Sunburst with cast Burning Hands after I do Dagger.
Okay.
So
you can do it as a bonus action, the Burning Hands?
I think... Hold on, let me double check. Burning Hands, I have to make a... let's see. Burning Hands.
It might be an action.
At 6th level, you gain the ability to channel your ki into searing waves of energy immediately after you take the attack action on your turn. And I have 2 attack actions.
There you go. You sure do. Okay.
I can spend 2 ki points to cast Burning Hands as a bonus.
Right. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, Dagger 1, 16.
He is going to use shield again, and so that misses.
Dagger 2, 26.
That hits anyway.
Okay, and then Burning Hands.
Okay, and then Burning Hands. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I think that's the Burning Hands spell.
Yeah.
Against your DC, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's my monk ability.
Well, right, but you're casting the spell Burning Hands.
Right.
Right?
But I think
it allows you to cast the spell Burning Hands, correct?
Right.
Yeah, so that's a dexterity saving throw. And it would be against your monk DC.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that was.
Oh, he fails. He fails.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Woo!
Doesn't matter. So that's 3d6 fire damage.
Okay. And he has to make a
16.
Constitution save to maintain the cloud kill.
Yeah. That's true, he does.
Yeah, so 16.
And
2 of them, actually, because he got the
yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. So that's 2. The first one's a success.
Oh.
Yeah. He's actually got a pretty good constitution.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how he is not dead. He's undead. So he keeps the cloud kill up. However, you have, with both the dagger and the fire, and he was so startled you coming out of the cloud. He's messed up right now. He is not looking good. He is looking really scared, actually. And so it is his turn, and a little magical portal is going to appear behind him, and he's going to disappear. And I'm dragging him elsewhere on the map, but you guys basically don't know where he is.
Okay, so I'm going to go in and drag Ririn out.
Can a bird drag out a mammoth?
I don't. You just attacked. I don't.
Okay.
You used your action already. I don't
Okay.
think. You could go back in there, but I don't think you could drag Ririn out on this turn.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Riordan can no longer see him, so the frightening doesn't matter as far as his movement is concerned.
Right.
So he has to make a con save against the cloud kill.
Correct. And
Which
he's
he
a
makes.
success. So that's I've forgotten already.
16 points of damage.
Right.
And he leaves the cloud coughing, but in better shape than the other 2.
Other 3, I'm at 18.
Yeah. I propose we use that black gate in a different area than where he expects. We could probably go for the one in the torture chamber and just leave. We didn't get him.
I think that's a good idea. We need to heal up.
But we're not in no condition to keep this fight going. So I say we run for the Black Gate and leave.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
After we revive Vera.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, I had forgotten that wasn't. Yeah. So that's one. That's one failure. So Erevan, I think that's probably.
Your
Yeah,
cue.
hold on. Checking my spells arsenal here.
Just use a first level one. It doesn't matter. You just need to get them back on their feet.
All right. I'm cure wounds is a higher, so.
Yeah. Okay. So you regain 4 hit points, Vera, and you are awake. You see that the smell, this smoke is still present in the room, but you don't see your opponent.
He left. He used a dimension door to leave. We're gonna try and get to the Black Gate and get out of here.
Right. Sounds like a good plan.
I am going to cast. I still have a polymorph left on me. That I can use. I was thinking of using that, or just an ultra self, to possibly not to be able to scout that room with the Black Gate to see if he's still there.
Yeah.
So
right now, by the way, the doors of this room are still wide open.
yeah, but we can't see him out there. So I say, well, okay, you want to just make a run for it, or do you want to do this sneaky and careful like? I say just run for it.
Yeah, me too.
All right. We're just gonna, as a crowd, run for that Black Gate.
Okay. You make your way out into the hallway. You turn right. You see the doors down there, and then just as you're entering that torture chamber room, nothing else happens, and you run into the Black Gate.
And coincidentally, it just happens to be 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this sorceress that had, abducted you all, asks you how that had all gone, and she's like, "Oh, are you fighting Taruvar? That guy's a dick."
Seconded.
No argument here.
We almost had him, but he escapes.
All right. Well done, you guys. You fought a lich and almost killed him.
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
Yeah.
liches are good at getting away, but
Yeah. We don't know where his. Oh, what we should have done is just ransack that room before we left. But
Yeah.
never mind.
Well, that
There's
cloud is
still
still
a
there.
cocktail in there.
Yeah, hanging around. No, somebody would have died if he had come back in there. So
it's also not necessarily clear that that he would have his phylactery just there in his bedroom.
no. Well, the phylactery is one aspect, but he's probably got some treasure in there. But
Oh, yeah,
No.
he definitely does.
You kept talking about how he had all this nice stuff in there, and that's why he wasn't fireballing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, so I think that one of the things that I really love about this particular dungeon is that the chunks are just about perfect for the section length that we run. We end up with kind of a couple of encounters and then sort of a boss fight almost perfectly into 4 hours every time.
yeah. It works. It works out pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so I think that'll be the end of the stream. You guys can stay on the call for just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and bring us to the end. We had, in the chat, we had Mother Dragon check in just briefly, but so hey there. And but if you're watching this later or listening, then, thank you, and we'll be back for more adventure on so many levels.
levels.
Yay!
Hey.